what has happened to your mic?
Okay, so it wasn't just me.
Oh, it's because it was underneath my chin.
What's underneath your chin?
My mic.
Not your chin.
My second chin.
Yes.
It's a very advanced Chinese martial art. It's called hiding beneath second chin. Third chin style.
I see. And once you attain enough proficiency, you will
Yes.
attain the fourth chin?
Yes, of course. Obviously.
Now, rumors say that if you visit 7-Eleven to refill your 700th Big Gulp, you can unlock the legendary fifth chin.
Now, those rumors are completely falsified and are just there as government propaganda.
I see.
So, we had a team meeting on Thursday.
Oh no.
Oh,
Our
no.
customers are fucking retarded.
Yes, we've heard.
This is
Like,
known.
yeah, but I didn't realize how fucking retarded.
Oh boy.
Oh
Extra
no.
special stupid, huh?
Sign here yet, because he's gonna love this.
He is not.
Why we say extra special stupid when I just joined? I mean, I know it's true, but come
You
on.
have arrived.
Just wait till I get the alcohol in me.
You
Oh, don't
set
worry.
me up for that, my brother.
I am already on my way. Oh boy.
Fuck does
Oh,
Twitch
boy.
keep logging me out despite I tell it to remember me for a month?
Well, you see, much like Microsoft, Twitch is both amnesiac and wants to get inside your asshole.
Fair enough.
You know,
Alright.
I am convinced that Rogue Tech declares you're going to get headshot at least once a map. This fucking mod. Like, god damn, people, stop getting hit in the head.
No. There's nothing there they need to protect, so it's easiest to get hit in the head.
This is why I like Gundams. The cockpit is in the torso.
My favorite cockpit's in the cock.
Doesn't that mean
The worst
fucking always
part
kill a
about
Gundam
that,
child
though,
that's never
I
aimed
mean,
for
I
its
think
head?
the worst/best part about cockpits being in the torso is in Gundam. You can always tell when someone has decided I'm gonna kill a motherfucker, because they're like, I could cut the head off, I could remove limbs. Nah, the beam saber's going through the torso, straight in the center.
Me putting the cockpit in the right toe.
They'll never guess.
No, listen, I think one of my favorite things from G-Quarks, was like there's like someone that the main character is sad to be fighting, and they figure out how to beat them. And they're like, beam saber through the center. I'm like, you could do anything else. No, you're going right for the middle.
Yeah. But yeah. So it's been a day. It has been a day.
There's been a day of time.
It's been a day of time, indeed. Oh, I did get to drop something in the group chat at work that I got a chuckle out of.
Oh, no.
Where we have one of our clients is real special. The IT guy there thinks he's a real wizard, and they got old hardware piled with new hardware on top of it, and old security groups and new security groups, and they, despite buying actual fucking computers for everyone, They're all still remoting into a terminal server.
Okay.
Yes.
And so it's just a fucking shit show because they got tons of employees and the terminal server is not rated for that many employees.
Of course not.
But, so they had some problems, they had to turn some shit off, and now we had some users not able to get in. No big deal. We'll just, check everything, and now, no, apparently everything's working just fine. They just can't get in. Access denied. Alright, fantastic. Ultimately, the fix was I removed them from the terminal server group, and then re-add them to the terminal server group, and magically, they can join now.
I see.
So I post in chat.
Windows Server, wasn't it?
Yes. So I post in chat
Yep.
the solution to this problem, and someone goes, "But why?" And I respond with, "Do not ask me why. I post only the solutions to the most arcane of magics here."
Oh, so
Yeah, that's a typical Windows user fix.
Do not ask.
I'm gonna send this direct. I'm gonna send something directly to Sneaky. Sneaky,
Yep.
this is wonderful. This is from my engineering department. I'm pretty sure I blacked out all the personal information, but just in case I didn't, I'm just gonna send it directly to Sneaky. I want you to look at this and see a man who does not comprehend supply chains.
Oh, it's that
Oh,
one.
I'm sure.
Oh no.
Let me.
man who
So
actually
now that
applied
Sign is here, I get to pull up the real fun ones.
Oh no.
I'm about to have to go flip my burgers here in just a minute. But yeah, go ahead.
Horrible.
All right, so let me pull up Orf here. All right, customer
best part is-
one.
Best part. I'm sorry, just thinking. The best part about the thing from the chief engineer, he chat fucking GPT'd it.
Of course he did.
Hi, recipient's name.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you'd done some editing magic on that
No,
or not. Good to know
no.
that that's not what it was.
No, no, that
Lovely.
is the unadulterated idiocy.
You mean to tell me that your full name isn't recipient's name? Really, Atin? You've lied to me all this
It
time?
is not, in fact, recipient's name. That was my father, Recipiento Nemo. You killed him. Prepare to die.
I understand that there are many urgent requests.
I get that.
Could you please check if we can get this order delivered today? Yeah, let me just pull it out the inventory. I'll check in the back.
Oh, well, we were going to leave it until Friday, but since you asked so nicely.
Now, see, you make fun of him by saying that, but that's actually shit that I do with the customers that we have in a joking manner.
Okay.
Of course,
Oh,
I don't.
okay.
Yeah, no, in a joking, like they know I'm joking. We're both joking because we both know that it's like I had this problem. I need a fix for it. It's like, well, you know, it's gonna take a day for us to find someone. It's gonna take 2 days for the part to be delivered. It's gonna take another day for the part to get to you, and then they're gonna have to schedule the person to get there. It's gonna be like a whole fucking week, right? And you know, 90% of the people I talk to about this sort of thing, they understand. It's like it's a process.
Yeah. You have minimal control over this process.
And they're like, is there any way, you know, they'll be like, so like, any way we can make this a little bit quicker? And I'm like, well, I mean, since you asked so nicely, I'll mark it as an emergency. And they're like, you know, thanks.
Yeah. Now, I mean, here's the thing, right? As someone who works in the supply chain, it is sometimes worth asking because sometimes you can, in fact, pay a whole lot of money to skip that line.
Yeah, I know you can, but pretty much the person that can request that is the person authorized to request that, and
Yeah.
they almost always say no. And pretty much all of the users calling in know that the person in charge is going to say, no, we're not paying an extra $500 so they can get someone out there tomorrow.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I get. Like, you know, sometimes it's an emergency, sometimes it's not an emergency. Like, and what someone thinks is an emergency might not be. And sometimes it's like, ah, shit, no, we gotta pay that money.
Now, my only question is for this, Mr. Engineer, Mr. VP of Engineering. Is he in charge of knowing inventory? Like, is his branch in charge of taking inventory at any time?
He is the VP of engineering. He is supposed to know what is in R&D and what is not in R&D.
So here's the thing. Next time he does it, because he's gonna do it again.
Of course.
You have to send an email to him saying, "Of course, I'll check in with inventory immediately to see if we have this part available to ship out." And then send him a new email on a new chain. "Hey, I heard we need this part shipped out today. Do you guys have it in stock?"
That's great.
Oh, that.
And just play it straight.
Oh, my soul is deeply tempted.
Do it. Do it.
But anyway, so we have a meeting, and team manager's like, "All right, so the team is teaming, the customers are customering, and here's a list of things that have changed recently and everyone needs to be aware of because the customers are customering again. Customer 1 kicked out their previous primary while the primary was still employed by the company. Didn't tell us the primary was still employed by the company. Had us replace him with a new primary. This new primary does not wish to be contacted at any point in time concerning any IT decisions and does not want to be called."
I wonder
Why
why
the
that
fuck are
would
they the
be.
primary?
They lost the bet.
Possibly.
And you lost again.
So basically, the company in question is one of those it's a very classic company in that they make a lot of choices that are really sketchy. And you kind of like, when you really take in how they operate, you're like, how the fuck are you guys profitable still?
How do you make money?
Ooh,
Is it drugs?
It's drugs.
I don't want to rat you out. I just want to get in on it.
I take bribes in 100s, thank you. And company 2 lied to the MCM management company to steal their backups from us, and now we are legally incapable of helping them with their backups because they lied to the company saying that they were an MSP, which means we can't touch their backups legally. To no surprise, this has immediately backfired upon them, but we can't help them because they lied, and that's fraud.
Sucks to be them.
Yeah, let's report them.
Nah, we'll just keep them as a customer. We're just going to laugh at them every single time they ask for help with backups. And
Yep,
remind them that
that's
because they committed fraud, we can't actually help them anymore.
I would say there's plenty you can still do, just not
Right.
that.
Sorry, you've got to deal with the consequences of your own actions.
Oh no, the consequences of my own actions.
The
Oh,
same
no!
company also was told about a 0-day exploit that was present on one of their machines.
Oh,
We
it's
informed
those
them.
guys.
Yeah, it's these guys. We informed them that this really needs to be taken care of. It would take the computer down for a day. They said a day is too much. Just keep it running. Overnight, the exploit got exploited, and their entire server architecture was compromised.
Oh no. How terrible.
And now they're down for a week. Everything is down for a week.
Oh no.
You get what you fucking deserve.
Whatever shall you do? Oh no.
It's just, you fucking morons.
Right?
You just need to take the loss. Another company lost internet access, panicked, demanded we fix it. We couldn't. We couldn't because when we contacted their ISP said, yeah, these fuckers haven't paid us in 60 days. We're shutting down their internet.
Fair.
Did they think you could somehow magically overwrite the ISP's control?
I don't know. So
No, don't you know you pay once and then internet is yours for life.
So we turned around and said, all right then. And we went back to the owner of the company and said, hey, owner of the company, we can't turn the internet back on because you have to pay for that. The owner of the company
costs money.
Yeah, the owner of the company then proceeded to scream at the individual informing him of this, and then get into a massive argument with the account manager, our account manager for them, about how it's completely inappropriate that we informed an employee of the company, him, that the company did not pay its bills.
No. What was he expecting you
What?
to fucking do?
Yeah.
Lie?
Yeah, well, no, he said we need to be more vague about it when informing employees about issues, and that we should be using statements like, there is a downstream problem.
Motherfucker,
I
pay
said-
your bill.
I said to my
You are the
manager,
hang on. They are the downstream problem. What are they
Yes.
talking about?
Yes. Yes.
so I said to my manager, when he had finished saying that, I'm like, okay, so should we start using stuff like, oh, I see, you're having issues. Well, Mercury's in retrograde right now, so that's what's going on.
Mars is bright tonight.
Oh, I
Mars
hope you
is
get
too
permission
bright
to hit
and-
them with that classic.
My manager started fucking laughing so hard.
I hope you get permission to do that.
He was like, I almost want to tell you guys to do that.
Fucking do it.
Oh wow.
But yeah, our customers are fucking retarded.
This is known.
No.
Tell
Really?
me is suffered. No.
Yeah.
This is known to the council.
The council knows. The council demands.
Council was
Yes.
sarcastic about it.
The council demands additional skulls.
Indeed. Anyway, so, gentlemen, fanfiction. It's a
Yeah.
topic we all know. It's a topic we all fear. It's a topic we will be covering tonight with the bingo sheet.
No.
It happens.
What the fuck did Phoenix just post? Not
on stream.
I
on
cannot
stream.
say any of those words on stream.
Oh yeah, no, you cannot say any of those.
Oh my god. Even just a summarizing, just skimming through it, oh.
Yeah, no, you can't say any of those.
Woo.
Yeah.
There's a lot of words, and we can't say any of them. So let's just move on. Post your sheets, boys.
All right. Gotta get a bingo sheet. And then some alcohol.
TLDR, he met reality and was disappointed.
Yeah, pretty much.
May I ask, do we have a sign L from something he said over this?
Oh, we have many sign L's. Sign was an L machine, but fortunately for him, I remember none of them.
Okay, Aura, Gray, this is where you speak up.
Gray wasn't there for any of them.
Oh,
I
Alright,
don't
this is
go
you
to
think-
his server. I don't
Yeah.
read any of his shit because I can't stand any of it.
His
That is
writing
a-
or just his opinion?
That is a grey W.
Yes.
Grey W.
holy
God damn,
It's an opinion. Fair.
Gray
No,
just.
seriously, Cass. It
Oh,
sounds like you're talking down 2 tin cans in a string. Are you using your phone
I
or
was
something,
listening
or
to
is your
myself
mic
on
fucking?
stream.
You're
I hate
quite far
if he
away from
uses
your
the
phone. You're quite
Yeah.
far away.
Gray uses El Phono.
Really? Because I was listening to myself on stream and it was going fine.
You are way
Mm-mm,
low.
No.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, yes, where Sign proceeded to have a massive autism about why the author knows nothing about what 500 horsepower even means and how that wouldn't actually spin her in place, smashing her head into the ground. Yes.
Yes, and I get the whole joke funny, laugh at joke, ha ha bullshit. But
Hmm.
Well, I mean, the joke is more okay, so Sign, let me explain the joke to you since you clearly didn't understand it. The joke is that the tire knot is really stuck in place. And so instead of doing any normal thing like WD-40ing the bitch or something, she just built a tougher drill or impact hammer, whatever the fuck you call it, and decided that
Yeah,
because more power is bigger, that means it's better and will work better. And instead, it smashed her head into the concrete because it was
Except-
easier to move her than it was to move the fucking point.
except Sneaky,
How's this?
my
Is this
point
better?
was the entire discussion after that was, yeah, there are drills that would do, there are impacts that would do 500 under no load. So I get that it's funny, but again,
This is why
Not
it's an
accurate.
L sign.
This is
Yeah.
why
Fuck
it's
off.
Is
an
this
L.
better? Is my mic better now?
Yes.
Somewhat.
Much better.
a little better.
I was rereading one of Wildbow's stories. Why would you do that?
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
And I find it very
Yeah.
funny that after the events of the story, one of the MCs more or less turns into Annette. She owns a magical house she controls, moves it from city to city, and rearrange architecture. She opens up a front as a bookstore for books, mainly used in unwritten magic shit. But her main goal is to magically induce troubled teens on the street to enter the shop, where she
Wait,
presents them
isn't
with
that-
books that describe their life, and then subtly convinces them to stay and work in the bookstore while they work through their issues.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's the
what
one
do
where
you
the
mean?
main character was a groomer.
What do you mean about Annette? Do you mean like Taylor's mom, who the only thing we know is that she was stupid enough
The
to be on
only
the phone
thing that's
Yes,
even
Taylor's mom.
remotely connected to Taylor's mom in that entire diatribe is the fact that she liked books.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like,
There's-
none of that
Obviously,
has
don't you know that makes
anything
them the same fucking character? Sneaky?
according to Reddit.
Well, Reddit's retarded, so
Jesus fuck.
Retarded?
that's what
You
I was
can't say that
expecting.
word now, man. You
Retarded.
can't just keep
Yes, I
saying
can.
retarded like that.
Yeah, well,
It's retarded that you think I can't keep saying retarded. Like,
what are they gonna do? Arrest me? We're not in
I
Britain.
think
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you're not British, so no.
That's horrible.
That you're not British? I thought that'd be a good thing.
Oh no, that we're going to the PJO section.
Uh,
Uh,
can we vote for a reroll respin?
Nope. This one's too much fun.
Uh,
All right,
damn
so let's see what we got going on here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. More like gentleman and singular lady. That's probably the demographics we have on a average basis.
I'm not sure LeMay's here yet. Is
You
LeMay?
never know.
who knows.
Yeah. LeMay's a LeMay.
Amazing. Sage. What if, on a fateful night where the world was crumbling around her, Sally Jackson didn't meet Poseidon? Instead, she met the rude, sarcastic Olympus's prick, god of wine and ritual ecstasy. Well, first off, Percy Jackson wouldn't exist.
Nope.
So, there's that.
He would not be a child of prophecy, which is deeply important and necessary.
Yeah.
Yes.
He wouldn't have. I mean, he would be fairly powerful, all things considered, in terms of maximum demigod throughput. Because, I mean, Dionysus. People make fun of Dionysus, but
Yeah.
dude was the
He-
god of madness. Like, you could
Well, no,
fuck people
no,
up with that.
The best part is, before he became the god of madness because his psyche was broken, he was actually strong enough that Zeus was going to make him his heir in mythology. But then
Yeah.
the giants broke his mind, and he gained madness as a domain, and he became weaker
Isn't
because of it.
he? Isn't he also the god of alcohol and parties?
Wine and parties, yes.
Yeah, but that was
So
a downstream
wouldn't
effect.
all the whining and
No,
dining and partying going on.
No,
and
no,
all
Stein.
be-
Before he was
What?
before his madness, he was the god of wine, parties and wine and drinking, and he was still strong enough that Zeus was going to make him his heir.
No. You missed my point. I was gonna say, wouldn't all the whining, dining, and all that shit count as worship and thus make him more powerful?
Yes.
Has that
Yeah.
Alcoholics unite! Let's for our Lord.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, like I said, point being is that in terms of actual power output, Percy Jackson, hypothetical, could still be up there, even as the son of Dionysus. He just wouldn't be a prophesized hero, which is
And
kind of a big fucking idea, you know?
And
Yeah,
instead
he
of
wouldn't
a
be a
sword, he'd probably
Perseus.
use instead of a sword, he'd probably use a pine cone and a stick and still beat people with it. So
True. He also wouldn't be a Perseus because he was only named Perseus because of the Greek myth of Medusa and son of Poseidon and all that fun junk.
I thought he was also called that because his mother gave him the name of someone who actually had a happy ending. That's why.
Possibly.
Because once she
So
learned
he
that
might still be Percy. That's
Yeah.
true.
it's still be
it's
Percy in
just
preschool.
my issue has always been with these sorts of stories where it's like Harry Potter. What if Lily married Remus instead of James and then had Harry Potter? And it's like, well, it wouldn't be Harry
wouldn't be
Potter.
Harry.
Then he wouldn't be Harry Potter.
Like, it wouldn't look anything like Harry Potter. He wouldn't
He'd be Dog
act
Wolfman.
anything like Harry Potter.
He'd be Dog Wolfman Jr.
Yeah.
Maybe some random fucking OC.
I hate that you're correct.
Dog Wolfman Flower.
God damn it, Kaz.
Hey,
Dog
blame
Wolfman.
Rowling for naming
No.
someone Remus Lupin.
Yeah, he's got a point, you know.
Ream us, yes.
Why did you say it like that?
Yeah, it's what he
Why,
wants to become.
sign?
Too much porn on the brain. He has to say Remus.
Probably.
White woman.
No, you forgot. In the case of Sign, it's too much brain and it's porn.
No,
True.
sign. Remus Lupin is a reference to a child who was raised by wolves, and his last name is Lupin, which is wolves.
Yeah,
I
He
know
is
the story
literally
of
Dog
Remus and
Wolfman.
Romulus, yes.
he's literally Dog Wolfman.
I was going with the white woman.
Yes, that's not.
That's so fucking out of pocket. I'm just. We're not even going to talk about it.
We're gonna just assign another L.
Yeah, that's just a free sign, L.
Yeah.
Recently found
Go
out
ahead.
that Amazon produced a War of the World movie. I just heard about that. Yes. Amazon apparently produced a War of the Worlds movie that's just a 90-minute advertisement for Amazon. and someone was
Isn't it-
talking
Yeah.
about
It's the Vanilla Ice one. I've seen a meme of that. Wait, I think.
yes,
let me go
Ice
find-
Cube, yeah, and like
Yeah.
it is
Might-
so stupid. And then, but someone was criticizing it. They're like, and they really expect me to believe this is a government employee, and I'm like, yeah,
Got it.
you know what,
posted it,
you're right. This can't be a government employee. He's able to speak English way too well, and he's talking in complete sentences.
Oh,
Yeah, I posted it.
No,
in
that's
memes
very
and tweets.
fair.
I found it. I found it in me.
Yeah. My dad was watching it the other day, and I'm like, wait, Dad, what are you watching? Oh, this is War of the Worlds. I'm like, they made another one?
yeah.
It's like, I'm gonna be honest, the original movie, despite its age, was pretty solid.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
remake
Yeah, it was
in
fine.
early 2000s was okay.
I'll
Not
get it to
great.
you with. I'll get the thumb
I'm-
drive to you with Prime. It's delivery of the future.
I'm sorry. Did you just quote something from the newest version?
Yes, it's in memes and shit posts. I put it
No.
in.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that remake, Tom Cruise kind of sold it. Oh, the 2005 remake.
Yeah, I mean, okay, honestly, like, look, the 2005 remake wasn't bad.
No,
It
it was
wasn't great.
enjoyable. It was
Yeah,
it was just a
fine.
different
worked
look.
with the
Like,
script
what
he
if
was
what
given.
if War of the Worlds happened in the 2000s?
yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
okay,
Which is
humans still act like panic animals. Okay, newer technology used appropriately. Okay, yeah, sure. And
It was.
the aliens still haven't learned what foreign germs are. Great.
Now, I
Yeah,
mean, no,
It was
to be
always the
fair,
most
to be
unbelievable
fair, though,
movie.
I can totally understand a scenario in where where microbiology developed differently. Because again, you got to keep in mind that the amount of oxygen on the Earth is the only reason why the mitochondria was able to exist. And the only reason why we have eukaryotic cells the way we do is because some big-ass fat fuck one day came across a mitochondria, was like, damn, you produce a lot of liquid sugar. I'm just going to take you with me. And then just did that.
You're mine now.
You're coming with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you inside, and I'm going to feed you and pet you, and you're going to get so
my
much
pet now.
food shoved into you. I'm going to shove so much fucking food into you.
Hippity hoppity, you're now my property.
That's
Well,
right.
like when we
Produce that
domesticated
sweet,
dogs.
sugary liquid. More food.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, it's honestly pretty crazy if you really think about it. It's like a 22 times energy return when you introduce oxygen into the process, which is crazy. So, you know, go mitochondria. You successfully, you won life, mitochondria. You
You are
successfully
the powerhouse
were
of the
so
cell.
useful that you got kidnapped and never let go, and now you're safely housed in every single living thing's cells.
Hmm.
But anyway, I can totally understand if life evolved a different way, especially if it didn't have the abundance of oxygen to cause a mitochondria to evolve on that planet. And so they might go to a lot of other planets who also didn't have high oxygen environments, who therefore didn't have the biology that Earth had. Then they finally come across an Earth planet, ours,
And we're
with
in
a high
this world.
oxygen environment, and they're like, well, we have all these technologies to help fight against cells, but you have to keep in mind as well is that the high energy availability is what allows bacteria to fucking replicate like crazy like they do on Earth.
Yeah.
So,
It's insane how fast bacteria can spread.
yeah, so I mean, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, viruses maybe they would be prepared for, but I feel like fungus is crazy. Fungus is weird. I completely excuse an alien species not being ready for fungus. We're not ready for fungus.
How fucked up? How much do you think it'll fuck up aliens if they watch us eat mushrooms?
Not at all.
a type of fungus.
Yeah, but I'm talking more about a biological preparedness sort of
Oh yeah, fair enough.
thing,
Yeah.
instead of being like, oh, they're eating a food they're designed to eat.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Like them learning that we regularly inhabit death areas. Yeah, that'll fuck them up. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you building at the base of an active volcano? Are you stupid, human? Why are
That's
you doing
gonna
this?
spike.
It only explodes once every 70 years. That's like 2 generations. We'll be
Cap getting
fine.
spiked. Why are you eating poison? Tingle's good.
Yeah, honestly, honestly, I think the fact that humans can eat 90% of what kills the rest of the animal kingdom, that'll fuck them up a little. Like, wait,
Yeah.
hang
Oh,
on.
no.
How
Humans
is your body
routinely ingest.
processing that?
We
Hey,
Why
ingest
are you in-
poison for fun, because it
Human, we need to
tastes
talk
good.
about your ingestion of poison at every single group meeting. It's really starting to concern everyone else. What are you talking about?
And then there are the
Your
drugs
daily
with
ingestion of
caffeine
poison.
sugar.
You keep it in a cup. You constantly refill it. Coffee?
Coffee. Yes.
Look, all it's doing is it's a mild psychotropic stimulant that kills everyone else that drinks it. Well, is that
Yeah,
why
but
no one drinks my
People up a little
coffee?
bit.
Human, welcome to this resources meeting. We must ask, please stop having the Regnets try to shoot the aliens to cook them. We are not edible.
That's false.
That's what you think.
That's what you
human.
think.
Staring
Incredible.
intensely at the cow-like alien. Oh, I don't think so.
No,
Oh, I
no.
think you are.
Anyway,
I've
but no,
got
no
this all.
I think the movie is absolutely hilarious. I think it's it's actually accurately depicting what I would expect a government worker with access to spy drone technology to do. Spy on their family, use it to intrusively insert themselves into their lives, waste copious amounts of taxpayer resources, not understand half of what they're doing, use a bunch of really cringy shit like have a "that's so easy" button next to them whenever they get someone, air quotes, spy on a bunch of random people for no clear reason or rhyme, but just because they can. Like, this is so accurate.
Yeah.
Ignore dire warnings from other branches of the government about safety concerns because they're too busy spying on their own family, and that's more important to them because they're retarded. Like, that's just, I don't know. I think they did a great job.
WhatsApp, he sends a fucking file.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, the fact that they have, the fact that this guy is sitting here saying, "Oh my God, I'm in a top secret government facility. We don't have thumb drives," and then you see on his desktop is a shortcut for fucking Spotify. You know,
Yeah,
that thing that tracks
that's
your
government
IP, your
accurate.
location, and everything you do on it.
Yeah, I can see that. That is.
Reminder, the size of insects is limited by the amount of oxygen in the air. Yeah, there was so much oxygen back then, is that the insects used to be like 4 times the size they are now.
Yeah, now they're just all in Australia.
True.
Did you hear that they found a new giant stick insect? It can't really do anything, but it's big.
Yes. The stick bug.
Yeah,
they
it's the
found,
heaviest
what's it in-
insect ever or something.
Was it
Yep.
Tasmania or Queensland or
I think
Cape?
Queensland.
Where did
Queensland.
they find it?
It was
Taylor.
Queensland.
Gotcha.
My favorite comment is someone like, "This insect is so big. How could no one ever find it before?" And the
Australia.
original poster just responds with, "Well, you see, it's actually a very scientific reason as to why we haven't found it before. It looks like a stick."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Australia,
Stick bug looks like a
200
stick, Yep.
200,000 bugs, and we've only identified 62,000 of them.
Yep.
Well, you see, it's really good at camouflage, So we thought it was a stick.
Yeah, the last time we had a bug that was this good at hide and seek, it was the dead leaf spider. Hello?
No,
Yeah.
we're just reminded of that horrible thing, and you shouldn't talk about it again.
Yeah. Oh, what's the Queensland Big Boy or whatever it's fucking called?
The Newcastle
big
big
boy.
boy.
The
Newcastle
Newcastle
Big
Big Boy, yes, of course. The one that's just a
can buy
bigger
Christian
version
leather.
of the other one, but with 5
Yeah.
times more venom. Because fuck
Yep.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, I never. You know what? Now that I'm really thinking about it, I'm not really sure why a brown recluse needed neurotoxin. I feel like that. I feel like
Because
that was a
fuck you.
glitch. No, I feel like that was a glitch. You know, I feel like someone was making a new species, and like the system hadn't patched out an exploit yet, and so they like, gave an upgrade and removed an upgrade really fast, and that gave them a bunch of extra points, and then they're like, yeah, neurotoxin.
It gave
just
them
like-
scarlet rot by accident.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
the low level
I-
area.
I feel like it ate a platypus and it was like, hey, I can use this.
Yes.
But no, that's the thing though, is the brown recluse is in an area that just doesn't have competition. Like
True.
there's
Well,
nothing. No, so when I
the
say
Black
that, there's
Widow-
nothing. Yes, but there's nothing in. Yes, but
Nothing that
you just need
neurotoxin would have been a
normal venom for
requirement.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
not
need fucking
neurotoxin.
necrotic neurotoxin. Like that's a little bit fucking excessive. That's like, oh yeah,
A little bit.
I wanted to start a bonfire, so I got this 88 millimeter heat shell, and I'm gonna shove it in the center of my bonfire and set it off. That's to start the fire. It's like
Yeah,
I
that's-
think that's a bit much to start a fire, you
A
know?
bit crazy.
That's a
Nah.
minimum requirement. Minimum requirement.
Okay, look. I can't say much because I decided once on a camping trip that the fire was taking too long to get started. So I took 3 road flares, lit them up and threw them in the middle, and it worked great. And then we cooked bacon over them.
Nice.
Mm.
Ugh.
Over the fire,
road?
not the road
Oh.
flares.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't personally like
But
bacon,
why
but I
3?
heard you say cooking over road flares, and it's no chemicals.
Why
This is how you
3?
get carcinogens. Because the
I
power
mean-
of 3.
True.
I
Numerically
do have to be
pleasing.
clear. The flares were still in the fire when we cooked over the fire, but they were sideways, so we're fine.
Pretty sure it's not how that works, but yeah, did you know that introducing
That's not
more
how that works.
phosphorus into your body increases the amount of cancer you get by like 40 times?
Yes.
Yay! I'm dying faster
It
than
can
the rest of
also
you.
lead
Suck
to
it.
the-
Not
And I
great.
think
a little
Gray has
condition
you beat
called
on that one.
faulty
Yeah.
flow,
I have you beat.
where your
Yeah.
phosphorus
Okay, hang on.
replaces your
Gray
fucking
was
calcium.
born with a death sentence. That's not fair.
Well, okay, well, no,
Well,
wait, hold on a
everybody's
second.
born with a death sentence.
Everyone's born with
Yeah.
a fucking death sentence.
You
Atin.
know darn well what I mean.
Some
No,
systems
Gray
set
just
way
has like
earlier
a
than others.
lead anchor attached to his wrist.
Yeah, soul. Soul.
If I had an anchor to my wrists, I would not have arms.
Oh, I mean,
That's true. His tiny little arms definitely couldn't support that.
Anyone here could break me. Without trying.
Mm.
yeah. So, Chibi, sorry, not Chibi. Chinlamp just reminded me of the mess that was the Chibi Reaper manga release in the U.S.
Wait, what?
I must have misheard you. I could have sworn you said Chibi Reaper manga release.
Chibi Vampire.
Chibi Vampire.
Okay.
Oh, because I was thinking the QQ
Okay.
fucking author. I was
No.
like,
Yeah,
wait,
that was
what?
my fault.
Chibi Vampire.
I thought you said
Yeah.
Chibi Reaper.
No,
He did.
no, didn't happen. Anyway, yeah, this is in response to Little Miss Vampire Can't Suck Right, which is apparently everyone's liking it. But I responded with, I remember the first girl failure vampire slice of life story, Chibi Vampire, came out in 2003. And then Chinlamp is like, yeah, Tokyo Pop really fucked that one over. Printed one book back to front instead of front to back. One book was
You mean they
missing a
worded it
chapter.
normal?
No.
No, they really did.
No,
fuck
it
up that
was
bad.
no. That's the worst part. It was still reading from right to left, but they printed it
Yeah.
backwards in terms of pages.
Oh my god.
Did they print it the Western English speaking way?
Yes, they printed it the way you would read a Western book, but it still read
it's still
from right to left.
They didn't
Oh,
flip
God.
They didn't flip everything. They didn't flip the
Yeah,
pages.
no,
Okay.
it was just the order of the pages. Yeah.
That's awful.
Yes.
I
And
mean-
then
Oof.
one of the books was reprinted with the next chapter's cover on it
Oh no.
Oh no.
and
Wow.
sold as that chapter. Yeah, it was such a mindfuck for young me. I didn't know what was going on. I thought I bought the wrong books. I thought I got a wrong print. And then I later found out, nope, they just fucked every single book up. And I'm like, oh, okay. Chibi Vampire's an adorable story, by the way, just saying.
Yeah.
But, yeah, the Tokyo Pop went under, and I kind of understand now, you know?
That listen, Tokyo Pop going under was a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yes and no.
If only
Unfortunately,
out there-
a lot of licensing rights went with them, and
Yep.
a massive amount of legally acquirable series with that.
I see.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you could
no.
say it's good it went under. You just understand you're consigning a fuck ton of stories to the limbo that is no one gets this now.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
That's why
Like,
we fly the
I'm
black
pretty
flag.
sure Tokyo Pop had some of the like side story stuff for Gundam series.
No,
Yeah.
you're right, Sign, but at the same time, the problem is that Tokyo Pop took the official licensing rights with them, which means that the series could have gained money and interest in the Western area, but it didn't because they never got printed.
Well, now hang on. How can a defunct company hold copyright when there's
Japan.
nobody around to claim it?
No. So sign. The issue is the company still has those rights, and those rights possess. This is actually quite common in the U.S. Rights have value, right? And IP has value. So
Yes.
part of what happens when you buy bankrupt companies is that you can acquire those rights. That's often why bankrupt companies will get bought up. So that's the problem, right? Now, sometimes people might sell off certain sets of rights to try and alleviate certain debts, but other times they don't. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But yeah,
Not only that, but I imagine that Japanese rights are even more confusing and frustrating because they probably only gave the rights to Tokyo Pop in the first place because Tokyo Pop had a Japanese extension branch, and any sort of company that wanted to reprint would probably also need to be a Japanese affiliated company because, again, the Japanese are incredibly xenophobic and retarded and wouldn't just give the rights to an English company even if they were offering the fucking moon for it. And so basically, it was a case of you need Japanese affiliation, you need money, you need the willingness to publish in the West, which, again, at that time period, every Japanese company thought the West meant nothing and that no Western gaijin would ever buy any Japanese book because they're too stupid to read. They
Yeah.
still think that,
Yeah.
but there's at least some people that don't. So we get some
There's
stuff.
some people
Yeah.
that think, oh,
Oh.
if they can read, we can get money off them, and that's about
Yeah.
it.
I think one of
They
the
still
worst
stupid.
parts, by the way, about Tokyo Pop going under is they were able to pop back up as a company, but they didn't retain those old rights for some reason because they're technically a completely different Tokyo Pop.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
I'm not gonna even try on that one, but the point is that's how rights end up in legal limbo, especially if there are disputes about who gets what rights and why they have them. Right? A huge problem with BattleTech, back when BattleTech was very first in its existence, a bunch of those designs were just straight up Macross designs. However, the people who the people who made BattleTech went to the US distributor and paid and thought that they had paid for the rights to those things. So they were using them. And eventually a Japanese company, the original creators of that, found out and they're like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? And they're like, well, no, we paid for the rights for this. And that ended up as a whole big long legal issue that did not get resolved until like 2010. And that started forever ago.
Yeah, and that's how we had the Mech Warrior series, because they're like, well, fuck it, we'll just take all the designs that aren't Macross designs, and we're just gonna put them into its own game. We're gonna call it Mech Warrior.
Yeah.
Which started another suite of legal troubles, because in reality, the people who published Mech Warrior originally broke off from the company of BattleTech, so they technically also didn't own the rights to that.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Sign,
no.
because of that, there's a whole set of designs in BattleTech that are called unseen. And it basically they had to get taken out of BattleTech in order for them to keep publishing the game. Like,
Your minis look too much like my minis. You're going to have to take them out.
No,
No,
not
it
too
wasn't-
much
it wasn't-
like. They were.
yeah,
They were
they
They are. They are.
yeah, they were. And again, part of the reason that happened was a combination of those rights getting grabbed, and B, the fact that they were like, we have the rights, we're fine to use these, and then they find out, oh, no, we don't. Like, the most egregious of which was the land air mechs. They're just Macross. This is one of the first ones. Hang on, oh my god, just let me look at the fucking image. Yeah, there we go. Put it here. This is the Phoenix Hawk. This is the Phoenix Hawk Lamb.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy, what's that look like?
Yeah.
That is the yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? The VX, VF, whatever.
Yeah, but like that, right? They did that because they're like, we paid for this. We have the rights. This is fine. What's extra funny is there was, because of these legal issues, they later released BattleTech in Japan, but they got an all-new set of designs done specifically for Japan, and they got them done by the Armored Core guy, and holy shit, these designs
Nice.
slap. Like, they're fantastic. Max and I had a whole section where we geeked out about these. Let me see if I can dig them up while we keep going.
Let's see what we got here. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
hey, go ahead and mark off unannounced crossover. I mean, it's a very announced crossover, but they didn't mark it as a crossover, so it's unannounced.
Of course they fucking didn't.
No, you might be asking, Sneaky, how is it a very announced crossover? Well, you see, the title of the story is Animorph Percy Jackson.
Oh my god. All right. Oh, by the way, also, I have dug up the Reddit post take a second to look at it. Like,
That's a pretty dope.
good
Yeah.
God, these are fantastic. Like, okay, some of them not so great.
Yeah, those look
But-
nice.
But okay, like, listen, the Chameleon, bad. Marauder, Battlemaster, Warhammer, Archer, the Crusader, the Thunderbolt, Shadowhawk. Like, all of these are fantastic. My personal favorite is the Phoenix Hawk, because he's always been my favorite. Or not the Phoenix Hawk, the Stinger. Like, the Stinger looks almost more like a Gundam than anything else. But yeah, it's like, oh, these are great. Can we get minis of these? No. Oh.
Yeah, well, perish, as the old saying goes.
Yeah.
What fucking. So, I reminded me actually before we get into this absolute dog shit story. I am no longer playing Forbidden West. I have beaten it.
Hey.
Yep.
Oh,
It was a fucking
was
shit
it?
show of an ending.
I thought so.
Total shit show of an ending. Honestly, it was it was terrible. So let me pull up my notes about this ending, because this ending was fuck awful.
He has
see here.
notes.
Yeah.
God, that's when you know
So-
it's bad.
In the final quest, you in the lead up to this quest, they keep saying, well, so it gets revealed that originally Silence, the semi-antagonist from the previous game, was going to use the rebels as a giant meat grinder force to distract the new antagonists while he snuck onto their island, stole their shit. Yes, black guy stealing shit. Plot point, yeah. Stole their shit and then made off with it. And obviously, you, being Aloy, stopped him from doing that. And everyone keeps going, well, where are we going to get an army then? Where are we going to get an army? Where are we going to get an army? And Aloy just keeps going, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it, everyone.
And it's like, okay, all right. And at no point in time are we ever given any hints about what's going to happen next. No logs on the ground, no dialogue inside of Aloy's room, nothing. There is no hints to the player what's going to happen next.
No, that's a good sign.
So we do an Avengers Assemble moment on the beach, and Aloy starts giving out orders about where everyone needs to go. And everyone's still like, well, where's this army? And she's like, don't worry about it. Beta will handle it. The clone will handle it. Everyone's like, okay, well, you brought us all here, so I guess that's what's happening. So you're making your way through the island, killing off machines here and there, which apparently still counts as stealth, because apparently no one checks the logs. So even though a bunch of machines are dying, they just ignore the logs on all of the alerts about machines dying, because of reasons. Stealth mission. So then you get to the part where it's like, oh man, they've released thousands of their machines now. What are we gonna do? They're gonna swarm over us. And then suddenly, a portal opens up, a gold portal opens up, and in the plains below, because you're on the mountains, in the plains below, giant T-Rex machines and what's the one from Jurassic Park 2? The one that's basically it was like the T-Rex, but it could swim in the water.
Spinosaurus.
Oh, that was Spinosaurus? Okay, yeah, so Spinosaurus. So a bunch of Spinosaurus machines and T-Rex machines come pouring out of the gold portal. And it gets revealed that actually this was all part of the plan. That's right. That whole emotional moment where Aloy promises to kill the clone if the clone gets captured, that was a lie. It was a setup. So the clone would get captured. And the clone, now being captured, breaks free somehow and runs into the mainframe room and plugs Hephaestus, the evil AI that creates all of the human killing machines throughout the games, and plugs Hephaestus into the machine manufacturing printer device. And so that's what the gold portal is it's summoning all of these machines with the manufacturing printing device because they have 3D summoning tech. And so all of the giant endgame machines start fighting the swarms of bad guy machines. And this apparently just fully released Hephaestus. Like we didn't put a copy of Hephaestus on here. We just whole ass released Hephaestus back into the network.
Oh no.
For no reason. So it's like, all right, well, that was a massive sacrifice, but okay, at least it's working. So then the stealth mission continues, and you're stealthing along, and then Aloy
What
Go
does Aloy
on.
do?
So
Tell us.
Aloy decides that she's really interested in watching this battle between endgame machines and bad guy machines. And so she walks onto this open plateau really up high and fully reveals herself, and she just stands there for a while watching the fight take place. And then the bad guys show up to go, see what the fuck is going on and why is their printing machine pumping out a bunch of hostile machines that are fighting their army. And then they look to their right and they're like, oh, hello, Aloy. What the fuck are you doing here? We should have known it was you doing all this shit. So instantly blows the stealth mission because she just wanted to watch the fight.
So you're no, hang on. It's even worse.
Are you telling me that the
Because
final
you're telling-
mission is showing off of bystander syndrome as a good thing?
No.
Of just standing and
The
watching
woman-
instead of doing what's important?
No, it was a distinctly bad thing because she stood there and watched. The stealth mission got blown open and failed.
Oh yeah.
So
I thought they'd make
woman
some sort
who
of
was
excuse for it.
Raised from a child to be a hunter, a solo predator hunting not just animals but these machines by her
Yes.
mother. Who was
Yep.
taught to hunt all her life.
Yep.
Decided in the end she was going to stand on the top of a ridge and completely highlight herself from anybody who happened to look up instead of laying flat and peeking over the top like a normal sane person who would know not to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it's even worse than you think because the bad guys fly with personal flight devices.
Yep, I remember.
So they came from above.
But did they come from behind?
God damn it.
So yes, it's so it's
Listen,
not.
I
It's
am
not.
handed an opportunity to quote
Yes, I
fucking
know.
Porkins, okay?
But no, it's less the fact that how she was observing the fight, and more the fact that she just stood
there.
out in the open observing the fight
Against-
and not even like glancing out from cover or something to look at the fight for
Just
a hot second before
full
moving
body-
on. She just
Full body standing.
yeah,
in the
she
open.
left cover completely, had no overhead cover at all, just stood out there in the open watching the fight. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And so then they come down and it was such a fucking ass pull in their favor. It's insane how much of an ass pull it was in Aloy team's favor. Because the bad guy decides to tell everyone to not fire at them, so he can monologue a whole bunch, while Silence is like poking at this fucking orb he has that's supposed to disable their force fields. And Aloy kind of just is still standing out in the open, just looking at the bad guy, and the bad guy's like, "Oh, I'm evil, oh, I'm evil, oh, oh, I'm evil, oh, oh, I'm evil, oh." Literally, that was his dialogue. It was nothing important was said at all. Nothing at all was said besides, "Oh, I'm evil."
Yeah, but Sneaky, did you know he's evil?
Yeah, apparently. I wish he told us. And then, right as they're about to activate the device, the bad guy's like, "All right, shoot them. It's funny. It's no longer funny anymore to monologue. Shoot them all." And so everyone's like, "Oh, okay, we're shooting them now." And so they all just started shooting at Aloy, and Aloy just takes cover behind this small piece of concrete, and that apparently stops explosions.
Everything.
And then Silence is like, "All right, we're ready," and then tosses this disc out. And then everyone stops firing to look at the disc land amongst them all. And then they just keep
just kind of
looking
wait
at
for
it.
that to go off, eh?
Yeah, they just kept looking at it, and then the bad guy's like, "Whoa, was that what's supposed to do anything? Is that what you bet everything on? Oh, that was so stupid.
And then it
You're
explodes?
Stupid. Oh. And then it explodes.
Mm.
Yes, you
I
know, in a
see.
true
I'm
Marvel...
glad to know they were able to rediscover Mass Effect 1's disc grenades.
Yeah. Yeah, in
Sucked
true
ass.
Marvel writing style, Joss Whedon peak millennial humor, the device went off after they said, "Oh, do you think the device is going to go off?"
Was that
Yeah.
supposed to do something?
Yeah. So all their shields get disabled, and everyone's like, "Oh my god. My shield is disabled. I am now going to stand here and scream my head off as this monster comes running straight for me. I'm being bitten in half. I am not going to try and fly away or shoot the monster at all. I am just going to sit here and go, ah!" Like,
Yeah,
they
that's,
just...
that's definitely one of the three
Times.
reactions humans have.
That is a reaction of a. That is a reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's part of the fight, flight, or freeze, definitely.
So everyone just kind of stood there and let themselves get killed, except for the main bad guy, who then ran back to the base, and he was going to leave the planet. And so everyone's like, "Oh no, we actually have to run after him now. He didn't just stand there and let himself get killed." And so, you eventually make your way up to him, except you don't actually get to fight him, because, the lesbian betrayer who betrayed the bad guy faction for you, because she's a lesbian and she's got it really down bad for you, reveals that actually the colony on Cyrus didn't get exploded by a tectonic event. It was actually exploded by the evil AI that they created, locked up, and then tortured for 20 years. That then broke out and killed them all.
Mm.
And that the AI is coming to Earth, and originally they were just going to grab Gaia and then run to a new planet and let Earth get deleted. Again, keep in mind, none of this was hinted at until right now. Like nothing hinted at any of these plot reveals until they happened.
Of course.
In true millennial writing fashion.
I'm so glad that the Horizon series, and the fact that I can call it a series, really pisses me off. It's one of those ones where it's like, what's the best way to enjoy this? Play the first game, and then what?
That's it.
Just play the
Yeah.
first game.
Yep.
Like, it really sucks. And it's like, what's the best way to enjoy X franchise or X series? Oh,
Only
well,
play
you
the main game.
do this one and this one. What about the others? No. This one and this one. What about the others? This one and this one. The others don't exist. Like, Aliens. Great example. Alien 1,
Yeah.
Aliens.
Yeah.
They're the best of the series. There's no point
Oh.
going past the other stuff
I
unless
have
you're
no
ready
idea what
for,
you mean,
like,
Max. There's only Alien and Aliens. I have no idea what you mean.
Oh,
as
you haven't
someone
heard there's a new
as someone
series
who
coming
actually
out.
does like the other two movies, I like them because they're kitschy and stupid.
Oh no, I
I
agree
would
with you.
not
I personally
would
I
not
thought Aliens
recommend
3
them.
and 4 were funny as hell.
I would
They
not
weren't Aliens
recommend
movies, but
someone
yeah.
I would not recommend someone to watch them as part of the Alien franchise unless they're ready for kitschy and stupid writing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
if that's up your alley, by all means, continue on.
I don't know. The new series they're putting out looks fairly decent.
So anyway,
Zulu?
the lesbian then shouts Henshin, and giant power armor forms around her.
Excuse
Oh, that's
me?
good. Good
How
for her.
come she gets the power armor?
Because
Um
I don't know.
Who knows? But
She's a
anyway,
woman,
so
she
the
needs it.
reason
I
why
mean-
she henshined into power armored final boss is because she kills the bad guy, the prime bad guy, and is like, "Come, Aloy, come have a lesbian girl boss God King fantasy with me on a new world. Leave everyone else to die." It's what Elizabeth would want.
No, it's not. Otherwise, Elizabeth would have lived and gone with you, you dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Are
I'm
you telling me
sorry.
that? Wait, are you telling me that
Did-
Ironheart ripped off Forbidden West?
Yes.
I'm starting. I am starting to think the writers of the second game didn't play any of the first game.
Well, you have
Many
to keep in
such
mind
No.
again, Max. You have to keep in mind that the main quest of the first game was written by the guy who wrote Fallout New Vegas's lore,
Oh, I know. We had
and
this discussion.
he
the other
didn't
day.
stay around. I know he didn't stay around for the second game, which means quite literally the writers for the second game didn't like the main quest of the first one because they didn't write it.
Mhm.
And so they pretty much did everything in their power to undermine it. Yeah. So anyway, here's the armor, by the way.
The hell?
It
Yeah,
looks like
something-
ass.
it looks like ass.
Oh wait,
It
is
looks
that
like
the
ass.
screenshot you sent me? And I'm gonna be honest, man. My brain I've looked at this thing 3 or 4 times now, and my brain is not having an easy time parsing
As-
whatever.
As
it's
power
supposed to
armor,
be.
wait, as power armor, that is absolute ass. But as a
gonna
monster,
be-
that is kind of fuckable.
I'm gonna.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
God
why did
damn
you?
it.
You didn't. That did not need to be said at any point. You didn't need to put that in the ground.
Taz, imagine that with the Diadex face.
But Sneaky, I'm gonna be honest. I
Uh,
thought this was the evil alien AI.
No, this is
You
the
just-
girl
that's
boss
what I would've thought.
lesbian.
I think you sent me this screenshot without. Oh no, you did. My brain just saw it and stopped processing halfway through reading what you'd sent me.
Yeah. That's totally understandable.
That screenshot stomached me halfway through the paragraph.
So, and then when you beat her and Silence is about to leave with the Apollo program and all of that stuff, and then all the Avengers are like, "Yeah, we did it, we saved the world," and then Silence is like, "Meh, fine, I'll stick around and help you guys beat the unkillable AI. I'm grumpy." And
I came back to some fascinating dialogue.
And so then the game just ends. You have a little celebration and you fly off into the sunset and the game ends. And you're like, here I am like, wait, so we're just going to ignore the fact that the world wasn't saved?
Yes, they need to make a third game to get more money.
Well, no, but the whole point of the second game was to rebuild Gaia. And once you get Gaia initially, the next whole point of the game is to get Gaia strong enough to reabsorb Hephaestus. Because Hephaestus is the only thing that is capable of saving the world, because the cauldrons are the only thing that's capable of restabilizing the biosphere, since that was their original purpose. And you release Hephaestus in the final quest. And it really feels like in the final quest, the writers just forgot the whole point of the game was to get Gaia with Hephaestus, so you could fix the
Many
world.
such cases.
And
Many
like
such
they
cases.
spent the whole first half of the game being like, the world's gonna end in 6 weeks. We only got 2 months left. We got 3 months left to fix it all now. Because every time you got an AI and made Gaia stronger, she gained more control over the various processes that were going on. So she was able to extend and buy more, little bit more time. But it was still just like, so we're being reminded that we have a very limited period of time to save the world.
Yes.
Look, I gotta say, games that try to up narrative stakes by saying we only have X amount of time, I'm sorry, but you're all fucking cowards.
True.
Because there's exactly one game
Midas. Yeah.
that puts a time limit on you. And that is Majora's Mask.
Yeah. Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
If you don't get if you don't get the ability, if you can't figure out how to go back to being a human little boy and learn the Song of Time
Now,
soon enough, you just
to be
fucking
fair,
lose.
Neverwinter Nights 2 also did this.
You know what? That's fair. Neverwinter 2 did. Neverwinter 2 did.
Fallout 1 and 2
Majora's
also
obviously
have
did it
time
first.
limits.
No,
It-
one. Okay. One's
Yeah,
time
your
limit
vault's
is
killed
much
and the
softer. One's is much
Mhm.
softer than two's. Two's is an actual hard. You can soft lock yourself.
You know, Wasteland 2 also did have a time limit.
Did Wasteland 2? I know.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously Fallout 1 did. Fallout 1 did. If you don't find the water chip soon enough, yeah. So you know,
It's
like
very
7
rare.
or 8
It
games.
happens,
There's a
but it's very
handful
rare.
of games
Yeah.
that have the nuts to put you on a time limit.
Yeah.
An actual time limit, yeah.
Yeah. An actual time
Yeah.
limit. Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, they're varying degrees of hard and soft. Like, right. The whole point of Ocarina of Time,
Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask, is that
Majora's Mask.
you are going to rewind
Majora's
time
Mask.
multiple times, and there are specific things in Majora's Mask that you will save from day-to-day progress.
Yes.
But there are some things that you won't.
And on the
Right.
final run, there are only certain things that carry over or can carry over. So you have to pick and choose which things you want to do.
Yeah. Which it's like, hey, you know what? Great. You know, and like Fallout, like I remember being quite surprised the first time I played Fallout 1, and I checked my journal and I'm like, oh, okay, get the water chip within 60 days. Or whatever the time, it's more than 60 days, right? And I fucked around for a couple of days and I went back and I looked at my journal to check some questions. I was like, oh, that timer actually went down.
Yes.
You sort of have a time limit in Fallout 2, sort of, not really, because they're always going to be alive when you get there. It just depends on how many. But yeah, so Majora's Mask, Fallout, Wasteland 2, Neverwinter 2, sort of Neverwinter 1.
One I absolutely hated, Pathfinder Kingmaker. Most
fair.
cancerous hidden time limit mechanic ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not really very hidden.
No, if you want to get the true ending and you aren't aware that you literally have to do it by a certain date.
Oh, okay, yeah, the true ending. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm an obsessive completionist. Meaning, guess what I'm gonna try and sink like 60 hours into, only to
Honestly,
find out. Yeah, no.
I much prefer what they did in Wrath of the Righteous, where you have to be in a certain month to do it. However, absolutely nothing stops you from just like if you miss the first set, you can literally just wait a year.
Yeah.
It'll take.
I'll be
It'll
honest.
take you a period of time to wait that long. Like in real life, it'll take you some time to wait that long. But you can, in fact, just wait.
No, I've played both games. I finished the first one. I got bored of the second one near the end. Just said screw it.
RPG fatigue.
Yeah, hot take. Neither game is good. They just have niche appeal, and the niche appeal they appeal to is appealed to very well.
Yeah.
But no, I'm still salty. I got back into Wrath of the Righteous last week. Finally decided, hey, I'm gonna do it. Turns out I accidentally despawned boss loot. That was going to be a key part of one of my builds. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, fine. The answer to that is Toy Box. Like,
Sign.
Nah, my
Jesus
computer's
Christ.
cooked.
His
It barely
name's
works.
Alvor.
Yeah, that's Alvo, not Sign.
Sign. I apologize.
It's
Alvor,
okay.
sorry. My brain just defaults to Sign because he's the one who
To make
has
fun of? Makes sense.
bad information.
No, it's fine. It was the Clock Tower of Rock fight. Absolutely spanked them, but I couldn't find the loot the first time because sometimes it's only interactable with if you interact with the dead Crusader's body during the fight. And sometimes it'll either desynchronize or slip under the map after that. And I didn't know that. And I didn't interact with it. And I left thinking, oh, maybe I'll get it off the loot screen. Maybe I can come back and find it.
Yeah.
And I get pulled into Defender's Heart and do that. Go back. It's not there. The only save before the fight was 2 hours before the fight. And the only save after the fight was 2 hours after the fight. So I said, screw it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that leads into what's about to happen. So, the game ends. It brings me back to the base. There's like a note on the floor, and if you read the note on the floor, it says basically, "Oh yeah, with Silent's help, we made a replacement for Hephaestus, and we're gonna save the world now with that instead. We don't need Hephaestus anymore, but we still need to stop Hephaestus because they're evil." And also, the hyper evil AI is coming to kill us, and we need to stop that. But yeah, we fixed the issue. Don't worry about it. It's just like, fucking what? A missable note on the ground contains the, oh, actually, don't worry about it. We did fix the problem after all. You can go back to celebrating.
Wait, what?
Added well after
Wow.
that.
Yeah, so anyway, the Burning Shores DLC and New Game Plus came out in the same patch, or close together. And I'm not really sure why New Game Plus even exists, because New Game Plus, the purpose of New Game Plus is to add 10 more legendary weapons and armor into the game. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's pretty good, right? No, you're wrong. The 10 additional legendary weapons and armor added by Burning Shore DLC is better than the New Game Plus legendaries.
Of course.
And there isn't a New Game Plus version of the Burning Shores DLC.
Oh, good.
So there's no point in doing New Game Plus.
Burning Shore. Yeah.
Like, if you just want the better gear, go do Burning Shores. And I was like, okay, well, let me go check Burning Shores out, because I liked the first DLC in the first game. That was pretty good. So I was like, yeah, let me check out Burning Shores. So the opening cinematic for Burning Shores made me quit the game. That's why I'm not playing it anymore.
I see.
So the opening cinematic for Burning Shores is you're flying into the Burning Shores, and then this tower starts shooting flak batteries at you, and you land. Well, you crash, but you land, and this Asian girl warrior chick, of course, obviously, shows up and is like, "Oh my God, you were flying. We can fly now." And then a bunch of machines show up, and she's like, "Oh, stay back. I'll handle this." And she kills all the machines with your help. And then she's looking at you, and it's like, "Wait, you have a focus?" And Aloy's like, "Wait, that was my line. You have a focus too." And then pretty much says all of Aloy's lines before Aloy can say them. Then gives Aloy's a bunch of orders. And then you get on a ship that she designed specially by herself. And it's a really advanced motorized boat that no one else has access to. And she's this real girl boss, mechanic, badass, who is a little bit of a social rebel and outcast. And she does everything Aloy does, but better.
I can do anything you can do better.
I can do anything. God damn it.
And then you land in the town, and a white guy comes up to you, and he's like, "I am the evil white guy. I'm angry and I'm mean, and I'm the commissar for the Japanese people, and I'm gonna kill you, you Asian person, for disobeying my commissar orders as the white man." And then the Asian girl's like, "Well, I think this is a better discussion for the Admiral White Man to handle." And so they go up to the Admiral White Man instead, and Admiral White Man's like, "Oh, wow, Asian girl, you're really special and stuff, and you make a good point that maybe you breaking literally all of our culture's laws is okay if you save a couple people. So I'm going to give you special permission to continue being a girl boss badass. And Commissar, you can go away now."
Mm.
And then,
you know what my favorite part of that whole thing is?
yeah,
Is that these people just genuinely don't know what a commissar is.
yeah,
Like any actual commissar, and I don't mean like a 40k commissar, but I mean an Imperial Japanese army. I think they were called morale officers or something. Would have drawn his sidearm and put a bullet through her head.
yes.
Yes.
And it just that would have been that.
Well, you see, it's really funny.
Oh,
So
it's
he
a
was
political
about.
officer.
So he, it's
Yes.
it's a political officer. So he was about to do that. He was about to order the soldiers to do that for him, actually, because he's a special white man and he's above doing things like harming people himself.
Wow, they managed to avoid the whole slavering white man eager to brutalize.
No, he just instead orders minorities to do it for him.
Oh.
And so
much better.
So he orders the soldiers to kill her, and then she goes, "Wait, no, not yet," and then demands to speak to the admiral. And then the commissar is like, "Oh, well, I guess I have to let you do that."
Did demanding to speak to the manager actually work? Wait.
Yes, she literally goes, "Let me speak to your manager." Yep.
Oh.
That's the point of a political officer. They hold executive authority. They can issue capital punishment on the spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that wasn't just a Soviet thing.
Yeah.
Heck, the mid-century Germans did that. That was
But she's got to speak. Yeah, but Alvin, she's got to speak to the manager. It's important.
Yes. The saddest part is that's literally the language she used. "We need to speak to the admiral. It's important."
Oh God, I was just joking.
This bothers my World War II tism. Why must you do this, Sneaky?
You're welcome.
No, but seriously, it was the first game good? I never played them, so
honestly, yeah. I mean,
good.
as long as you stick to the main quest, the first game was fine.
And don't go into the hardest difficulty because it's difficult for no real reason.
Yeah, don't play it on anything harder than normal. There's no point in playing it in anything
Which
harder
is,
than
so
normal.
it's just all enemies have 1 billion HP and you do 1 damage.
And
now.
one shot you,
Basically.
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
That's the most boring kind of difficulty.
Yes.
Listen, if that's your
I
hard difficulty, piss off.
See,
I still think my favorite difficulty tweak is this is the hardest difficulty. What's that mean? You die in 1 shot. Oh, but the enemies did too. Oh.
Oh,
See,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fair.
You know,
I dig
that's
that.
fair. I like that. That was a good one in Metro, yeah.
There was some tactical shooter that had an actual realistic difficulty, and the whole point of it was all of a sudden you have to actually pick hardcover, or you.
Do you
die.
realize how little that narrows it down?
Yeah. Do you realize?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't. But I just remember thinking it was really, really fun because all of a sudden.
I'm pretty sure I could describe some of the Halos as just that.
No.
Gears of War hardest difficulty actually does also just describe that.
No, like it actually changed the properties of cover items and what you could hide behind. Like it actually simulated bullet penetration through objects.
Oh, I have no idea.
It was a fun.
It might have been
little
Medal of
tactical
Honor,
shooter.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, it might have been. I genuinely don't remember. I just remember that was a really fun lesson because that's when I learned that cars don't stop bullets.
No, they do
Well,
No, they
I-
don't.
fucking don't.
Depends on the bullet.
I would say depends on the bullet and
Well,
depends
depends
on
on
whether
where
or
on
not
the
you're behind
car.
the engine.
Oh
block.
yeah, engine
No,
block.
well, I mean,
It
pretty
also
much.
depends on the year the car was made in. Let's be fair, because
No.
Yeah.
I was watching some videos, and pretty much the only thing that car doors can stop reliably is 9mm. And I'm talking even with steel
They
car
can't even
doors.
stop 9mm reliably.
oh,
They can't even stop.
You didn't
9mm
hear him finish
reliably.
speaking, son. You didn't hear him finish speaking. He said with what was
He
it,
cut out.
Sneaky?
What?
No, he
with
didn't.
steel doors.
He said steel doors.
Steel doors, yeah.
Still, yeah, no. The fun little different sorts of difficulties are always interesting, and even if they don't always work, I do like things that are different than just enemy has aimbot or enemy is now just has all of its attributes magnified by 100.
Yeah, and it's especially really bad in the Horizon games because whoever programmed the combat's a fucking retard. And there's a whole bunch of shit in the game that never really makes sense. Like there's auto aim on your arrows. For example, if you're too accurate with your arrows, the game will make you intentionally miss.
What?
Yes, I figured this out. So I regularly snipe human enemies in the head. And when I was fighting a human enemy one time, for the next, 10 minutes, after I sniped, 5 or 6 people in the head, for the next, 10 minutes, not a single one of my arrows would ever land on a critical spot on the human.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a system they built in to fuck you.
That's fucking stupid.
Like, you're too good. It's making it too easy for you. We're going to introduce some randomness. Except
Yeah, and then
skill is supposed to eliminate randomness.
and then all of the enemies, and including you, have really retarded levels of magnetization with your attacks. And then on top of that, there's an input lag. So if you switch ammo types and then aim and attack, it will instead take out your melee weapon and attack with that. And you have to wait for the entire melee animation to fully complete, and you go back to a resting state before you're able to take out your ranged weapon again and continue attacking.
But this is a single player game, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What's the point of that? Like genuinely, what is the design philosophy of doing stuff like that? Because
it's a lot
it is
artificial
difficulty.
difficulty.
To keep you from...
Artificial difficulty. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
have to ask them, but that's probably the
Yep.
answer.
Is it like time padding? Is it just we're gonna make it
Yeah.
more difficult? So okay, well,
Yeah,
That's
just to
fucking
make the fights
disappointing.
longer, to make you use more resources.
that's disappointing. I guess this is a game I'm probably never gonna pick up then.
And you would know you as
recommend it, no.
you as a completionist would absolutely hate the Horizon games, because the side quests are absolute ass. They're written by feminists who are retarded and gay. And I mean this literally.
Full DEI.
You weren't here for this. You weren't here for my diatribe last time around. But effectively, straight couples don't exist in Horizon. Everyone's gay. Every couple that gets introduced is gay. And there's 2 single mothers. And
I can't help but think that might make repopulating the Earth difficult.
It would. Not only that, on top of all of that, also there's no miscegenation. Miscegenation is banned in Horizon.
Well,
Wait,
honestly,
wasn't there one case of miscegenation with white male?
Yeah,
Asian
and it
female?
was white male Asian woman. Yeah.
So yeah, well, thanks for saving me some money. Though I'm sad to hear that a game you apparently enjoyed the first of is.
I even enjoy the second one's combat. I just really enjoy fighting robot dinosaurs with explosion arrows and javelins and stuff. You know, it's.
Which is fair.
Yeah, sure. The idea is great, but the execution was dog shit.
It's
And
the
plot
game,
behind it, even more
especially
shit.
in the second one. Because like in the first one, if you stick to the main quest, you really don't notice a lot of progressive dog shit. But if you do the side quests, the progressive dog shit quickly piles on. But in the second one, you don't
The
even
second one,
have
they're just
the.
in your face with it.
Yeah, it's constantly every side quest, every main quest, everything is girl boss, girl boss, girl boss. Everything's girl boss. Man, every time you're introduced to a male leader, you by the end of the quest are
bad.
either going to kill them or replace them with a girl boss.
Jesus.
You'd think they would go back and tell the people writing this, hey, look, you can't do this. You've got to have some kind of a, you know.
But it might make the
diversity
money
to your
sign.
plot.
But sign it might make them money.
It might make them money if they do that. They can't have that. Yes.
Yeah. No, you know, we got to keep that ESG money rolling in.
Literally, yes.
But yeah, I mean, it is really bad. Like it is. It doesn't seem bad if you're not keeping a tally like I was, but I did keep a tally, and effectively every male leader or male authority figure that's introduced, except for one black guy and all of your companion characters. Those are the only good men in the series. Is your companion characters?
They're one of the good
male...
ones.
Yeah,
One of the good ones.
the one of the good ones.
And
Everyone,
father.
every other male leader is corrupt, evil, sadistic. You kill them. They're either overzealous. Like they're. It's just. Oh my god! It is so. It was so frustrating. I don't think I talked about this one, right? So the black dad who stabs his daughter.
Okay.
Not one of the good ones.
No, he was one of the good ones. And so that was the whole twist, is that he was one of the good ones. And so what actually happens is you go and investigate the whole thing, because you see the daughter's been stabbed and she's receiving medical care. Oh, by the way, her parents weren't married.
Of course.
So anyway, so she gets stabbed by the dad, and you go and investigate the whole situation, and you find out that actually the dad is currently suffering from onset Alzheimer's mixed with PTSD.
Which is unfortunate.
And so he
That is
not
a decidedly unfortunate combination.
Yeah, and so not only, and he is also unfortunately living in the area that has his PTSD originate from.
Oh.
Yeah, so basically when the Alzheimer's kicks in and he starts forgetting everything, and he looks around, and the only thing...
talking.
Well, yes, literally. The only thing he can remember is his PTSD, which is PTSD is that time 30 years ago when they were at war with the Sky Tribe and they ambushed his squad in the middle of the forest and killed them all except for him. And so, yeah. And so he keeps reliving that moment over and over again every single time the Alzheimer's kicks in and makes him forget.
Man, that's terrible.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking awful. But yeah, so that was like the only so there's two good black guys.
So what is I gotta ask,
Yeah.
how does that quest conclude? Like, what's the game's end game?
Oh, so the quest concludes with him leading you to the grave marker where his squad died. You finding out that the grave marker's been scavenged by the local robots, so you go kill the robots with him. You get the grave marker back, and you put it back up, and then you go back into the village. And you also talk to the dad about, telling his daughter what's going on. He's like, I don't want to burden her with this. I should be stronger than this.
You stabbed her.
Oh yeah, he's also very broken up about stabbing her. But he felt like if he told her about his troubles, then he would be unduly burdening everyone.
Well, yeah, that's typical man mentality.
And so honestly, I thought the quest was going to end with him going off into the forest and not coming back. But no, he does end up coming back, and it's the most wish-washy fucking shit in existence. It is peak woman. Honestly, the quest ending was peak woman. In that you get back to the town and you find the daughter in the medical clinic, and you're like, yeah, I found your dad. He's currently suffering from a poorly translated description of PTSD and Alzheimer's. They call it like the brain fog of old age, and the medical captain is like, wait, yeah, I've heard about symptoms like that. They show up in all of the veterans of the war we have. Oh, I think I know what's going on now. We should probably keep this on the down low, because if the other villagers find out about this, they'll just want to kill him for being crazy. And Aloy's like, that's ridiculous. He needs help. He's not crazy. And the daughter's like, yeah, but, to a Tanakh, which is their tribe, that's being crazy and needing help is the same thing. And so then the dad shows up.
Shit.
Yeah. And so then the dad shows up, and the dad's like, I'm sorry I stabbed you. And the daughter's like, oh, well, don't worry about it, Dad. I understand what's going on now. Whenever you forget, I'll just remember for you.
Not how that works.
That's not how that fucking works.
That's how she gets stabbed again.
How you get stabbed again.
That's how you get stabbed again, yeah.
As someone who had a grandparent, forget about them. That is not how that fucking works. Fuck you.
Like I said, so it ends like peak woman of just, oh, well, we'll just hug each other and talk it out, and then everything gets better.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That is, oh boy, that is making me very upset.
But hey, at least they didn't shit on the veterans.
Yeah.
So, at least there's that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right. And did I tell you guys about the robot arm?
Robot arm.
Right. So
I remember this one.
Another great lore tidbit from the game is you can do a bunch of companion quests. Each companion has one quest, and the quest you get for the Native American who lost his arm is basically you go and get some research and some parts from an old research lab, and you help him rebuild his arm. And then you go and test it by killing some machines with him. And then he's like, yes, this arm works great. It's like I had both arms once again. And then he takes off his arm. And Aloy's like, what are you doing? And he's like, I am my disability. If I wasn't disabled, then I wouldn't be who I am now, because I have overcome my disability by living with being disabled.
No. Take your fucking arm back. That's like, the spell regenerate exists in D&D.
Yeah.
But if you fix someone like that, it violates their person.
That's fine. You have all your limbs back now.
Don't you know? You have to. No, they'll cut it off because otherwise it's like.
Yeah, and then they don't get sympathy anymore because they cut it off.
Yeah, no.
Well,
yeah.
No, if it's non-consensual medical treatment, I can understand objecting to that, but there should be no objection to full bodily regeneration in a setting where, again, humanity is on the brink of extinction and you have to go fist fight giant robot dinosaurs. That's...
No, I mean, so, like, here's the thing, right? I can understand rejecting medical intervention when it is a modern medicine solution, right? Or even a tribal medicine solution of like, oh, we have to put 37 leeches on you to solve your blood loss issue. And it's like, no, you don't. Don't put the leeches on me. And it's like, I can totally understand and respect if someone's like, yeah, don't do that to me. But if someone's like, hey, so I have something that costs effectively no resources, it is no downsides at all, and will perfectly restore you to your previous health status. In fact, you might even be healthier than you were previously. And it has no downsides, no side effects, no cost. It's effectively free. And you're like, no, I am my scars. No, you're getting fucking healed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. It's like, ugh.
I'm not fine with respecting their wishes then. If they want to go fucking die, they can go fucking die. But we're not going to spend medicinal resources on you just so you can live with a disability that we can heal for free and easily.
Yeah.
But they won't be special if you take that away from them.
Well,
that's tough shit. They can go find something else to be special with.
They can fucking grow a personality then.
Like,
taking their identity
they can make like a
from
plant and grow a personality.
Like, listen. The spell regenerate. It's 7th level, so I understand. It's not widely available, but it costs nothing. You have to touch someone for 2 minutes, and they get all their limbs back.
I don't know. Having someone touch me for 2 minutes.
I'll take that.
There are a few things that can permanently cripple people, but that's like super high level curses and stuff. So there's things Regenerate can't do, but you probably have every major religion and every major god has someone who can do that. What was it, 4 times a day?
Oh yeah.
How
7th level, yeah, the peak casters would be 4 times per day, but you got to keep in mind if
No, 7th level, no, they'd only be manageable twice.
It's twice for 8th.
So yeah, whatever it is, they can do that many times a day, every day, and they also have a direct incentive to do that because, hey, my god can just magically reattach all of your limbs 4 times per day. So try and keep limb detachments under that.
It's not even reattach. If you have the severed limb, that can be reattached instantly. But this is they don't have limbs. Cool, we can fix that.
A new one.
So yeah, no, it's literally just a case where the people who can do it have an incentive to do it because look how great and awesome my god is. You should pray to them and give them more fate points.
True.
And the person who does not have limbs has a keen interest in having limbs because there are things like orcs, and
Normal
goblins,
people.
and trolls, and dragons. And I remember one of the memes I saw about that was when the whole you have your combat wheelchair that's actually like a wondrous magic item that's
Yeah.
I
actually like,
cast heat metal.
well, it's not just that. It was the meme was just of the tiefling, I think a lady
Yeah.
or whatever.
There was
and
a man. There was a
two
tiefling
orcs-
man who was in a wheelchair as a
Mhm.
rogue.
Yeah, and two orcs just pushed the guy over to
yes.
the wheelchair and walked away. And
Yeah.
he sort of had to just sit there waving his dagger impotently.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yeah, they're not nice people. Like even if you don't want to have the whole, certain species are, by their nature, X alignment, that dude over there, his name is literally Franklin Whiteman. He's a bad guy. He's a bandit. He stabs people and steals their money and robs farms and stuff. He's just gonna push you over, take your fancy magical wheelchair, and sell it to the nearest evil wizard for coppers on the gold, to try to use a metaphor there. Euphemism?
So
Yeah.
they fixed, quote unquote, they fixed that. So now all those magical wheelchairs, they hover and they're armed.
So you literally
So you
just
can't
have a
push them
really
over.
crappy combat mech. I
Yep.
gotcha.
Yes.
At which
Yes.
point,
And they have a fly speed of like 60 or something like that.
No.
oh my god!
No. It is. It's not quite that bad.
I
No.
realize what it is
They
now.
don't. Most of them don't fly. They just let you traverse difficult terrain at standard walking speeds. Like, and
The
they can.
chairs
It's
from
like they
Wall-E.
can grow limbs to like climb, and they have like a standard climb speed. They're like, oh, we made this too good. We basically have to just make it so that it makes them a normal character. Which, I mean, okay, fine, whatever.
Listen, man. No,
All a fucking
these are the
normal
chairs
character.
from Wall-E. D&D is about to announce a major crossover event with Pixar. Boom.
True.
No, you know what would be
I'm sorry,
really
what?
funny? Get like the Baron Harkonnen, someone who is so massively, grotesquely obese they physically cannot move under their own power. Put them in like 4 of those and give him levels from the Red Wizard of Thay subclass. Boom! Instant campaign villain.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a whole like they're like, oops, we made this too good. We have to make it less good because we did just actually make this just better.
Well,
Like it was so
it's
much
because
better that entire parties wanted one.
yeah. The thing is 5th edition has no balance. It is entirely about what is my subjective flavor of the month. Also, screw paladins because for some reason, paladins get the boot.
Excuse
Well,
you, I'd like to
you
direct
know
you to
why.
Mystic Knight and how badly that class got mauled.
Oh, fair enough. But no, just 5th edition when it comes to concepts of balance are balanced around essentially levels 1 to 12, kind of, sort of, maybe level 13, nothing past that, and it's only balanced within core rulebook. No supplemental books have rules that meaningfully integrate in any way. They're either useless or completely break a setting. See everything Unearthed Arcana, and see every other semi-official release. The subclass.
You know what? The
Mhm.
Dragonlance book did pretty well.
It did. I'll take your word for it. Even if I want to argue for the sake of arguing, but no, it's just,
Dragonlance specifically.
well, the thing is this is a bugbear of mine, is that 5th edition's design philosophy was the equivalent to vibes-based coding. Hey, this seems good. Are we actually going to playtest it? No! Did
Okay.
Critical Role do something? Make it an official role.
Okay, so I mean, one, that's not a surprise. Like, they've worked with Critical Role for a very long time. Like, they're one of the biggest. Like,
Yes, and I hate them. They're bad people.
Not even gonna touch that.
They are. They're all evil.
Not even going there. But what I will say, right, is that
I'm
you have something
exaggerating.
much. I know. Like I said, not going there. Not what we're about here. Not what the right. Absolutely, there's some stuff in there that's not balanced. But the reason they did actually come up with like a design document for why we balanced shit for levels 1 to 12, and the answer is that is where 80% of campaigns finish.
To which
Yeah,
I
that
would
makes sense.
respond, even if that's where 80% of campaigns fall within, creating a broader design philosophy that's more than just bounded AC and also death saving throws, and also maybe sometimes kind of sort of will pretend like gold has meaning and magical items and attunement slots weren't a horrible idea. The fundamental problem is if you go, first of all, we're only focusing on the section of the game that 80% of the players actually play. Then you're saying, screw those other 20% of players. Secondly, you run into the problem that your design philosophy now only focuses on that 80%. It's saying levels X to Y, whatever they may be. They could be just level 20 if you focus everything to be balanced around level 20 characters. Obviously, that's a horrible way to go about it. Same for trying to optimize around min-maxers. Min-maxers have more time, energy, and will always have more heads and hands to put together than a design team. You can't outthink them, just simply accept they're going to find ways to break stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, a complete design philosophy, a philosophy that encapsulates the totality of the game, that is okay with allowing a degree of variance in power, because obviously you have the perennial caster-martial divide, the problem that casters at a certain point can just be optimized to be God, or simply are much, much easier to make noticeably and appreciably less fun to have to play with if you are not a caster. Then you're always going to run into the problem of everything feels like baby's first D&D because it was designed for groups that are playing more casually, that are less interested in the whole totality of the game, and are necessarily less interested in exploring the edge places of the game. And again, it's more than just level 20. There's a lot of challenges and a lot of goals and a lot of obstacles that players in earlier editions, even some in 4th, could reasonably plan their way towards engaging. In 5th edition, a lot of those you're just told to homebrew. And there's nothing wrong with homebrew for the most part. I assume every group does to one extent or another. Just some pet rules or quirks that you prefer to work X way or Y way. But at the same time, you're still expecting me to buy your books. You're going the full closed game license. We're going to insist everything is copyrighted. Everything's going through us now. And you're telling me that this is a curated game experience. And I'm setting aside the one D&D stuff and the D&D, what do they call it now? The D&D online website where you can pay like $600 for all the books.
D&D Beyond.
Thank you. That shows you exactly how much I use that.
Listen, I just happen to have recently used it.
No, I'm fine with that. It's just that they are expecting premium prices for what they are telling me are curated premium goods, but they are then starting off by, in essence, only doing 80% of the work. Only
Not
doing
even 80. Not even 80.
Whatever percentage the work is, it's not a full product. And they are expecting me to pay a lot of money. And I have no problem paying money for games I like. Like, I have a hard copy of the Trail and the Call of Cthulhu game books. because I like those games. I spent the money to get the hard copies. But those were more or less complete, total experiences, finished to the best of the ability of the designers, that is going to walk me through the full intended play experience of those games. It would, to put it in slightly alternate terms, it's like when a video game cuts out the last act and sells it to you as a $20 DLC.
People would never do that. So yeah,
Yep.
I would say I agree with you. However, the
Mhm.
counterpoint to that is quite simply, this is capitalism. The 20%, actually, I don't think it might. I think it might not even be 20%. It might have been closer to like an 85-15, right? But whatever the split, right?
Give me 1%,
A significant minority of their player base never goes, or a significant majority of their player base never goes above level 12. They just don't go above level 12. That's where the campaigns end. Guess what? They will put in the stuff that's always been there, and if they get you to buy it, great. But if you decide to go play Pathfinder, they're fine with that. Because guess what? They're still going to get money from most of those people.
Oh,
right? Like,
yeah.
and that's shitty. But that's business, right? They don't have a massive financial incentive to care about you. I agree with everything you're saying, right? It's the same thing when, like, Games Workshop says you have to buy the minis and the codex and the core rule book. Oh, and by the way, here's the new mission deck every 6 months. Get the fuck out, right? Piracy is the way to go. Fuck
Someone's
you, all
phone
that,
going off?
right? Like, but yeah, that's just the reality of they can do that because it works, because they make money off of it.
Yep. And you know, it's going to keep getting worse until people realize this isn't good, and they won't. It's going to take a long time for that to happen. Hell, it's only happening now, finally, with Marvel movies, and that's only slightly.
Yeah,
like Fantastic Four and the last Marvel movie, whatever the fuck that wasn't Fantastic Four. Both of those only broke around neutral at best guess in terms of profit.
Yeah, so and I suppose that's my point.
That well.
That's the state Hasbro's in, and you know, I used to play Magic. I've experienced GW tier fuckery before.
Yeah.
How I used to play Imperial Guard and Vampire accounts. I know exactly what you mean. No, my point here though is that thinking infects a game.
Yeah.
And it changes how people interact with it. It changes how people remember it. And when you allow your design philosophy, and this isn't just bean counters ruin things so much as normies ruin things.
Yes.
Simply saying that's how capitalism is unfortunately not quite as easy as it sounds, due to certain legislative conflicts and the fact that one, Hasbro just pumps money into D&D, trying to beat it into some gray slop that will be acceptable enough for everyone to gurgle down.
Well, see, here's the problem, and you know, this goes for writing a story, writing fan fiction, writing a game. This goes for everything that is entertainment. Not everyone will be entertained. Just flat out, period. There is no perfect universal entertainment. There is close to universal entertainment. You'll get a large amount of people entertained by something, but there is nothing in existence that will ever make everyone go 10 out of 10. I loved it. Doesn't exist. Will never exist. So you have to just figure the fuck out what group you want to cater to. Because the more you hammer down every single little intricate groove that might be offensive to 3 people, the more you generate generic, useless slop that is overcomplicated by rules, or doesn't have enough rules, or doesn't, or the rules that exist for it are retarded now. It's, I mean, 5e is a great example of this. There's tons of shit in 5e that you're sitting there asking, why don't we have a rolling rule for this anymore? Oh, it's because it was removed from the game. Or why don't we have a rolling rule for this anymore? Oh, it's because it got turned into a feat because we don't know how to make a game work. Or it was too complicated for people, so we removed everything and then made them feats, so you have to actually pick the stuff out that you could previously do without feats, and you have to waste your feats on those, so now you know you can do that. And it's just like trying to cater to so this is it, right? Don't cater to retards. Now you can absolutely cater to retards. Marvel movies were a great example of catering to retards. But don't. Just the eternal pursuit of the next lowest common denominator of people who can enjoy your story. You will devalue everything. You will turn everything you make into slop. Nothing you make will be fondly remembered. And the only reason why someone would ever fondly remember anything you make is if you're in, like, the case of Generation Zoomer or Generation Alpha, in where you quite literally grew up without good shit around you, so you just assumed that whatever was around you was good. And, like, my little brother has no problem with the Fantastic Four. I looked at clips of the Fantastic Four, and I'm like, this is a terrible fucking movie. I hate the actors in it. I hate the writing in it. I hate the character depictions. All of it, just, I fucking hate it. But he thinks it's a fine movie, and it's not because, like, he thinks it's actually a good movie. It's because his comparison is, oh, well, it's better than WandaVision.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, when you say it like that, yeah, it is better. But that's like, oh, well, you know, having a bamboo splinter jammed into your toenail is better than having all of your toenails individually ripped out. It's like, well, yes, true. However, I would prefer if we just left my toenails out of this. Can we?
Yeah.
Can we do that?
It's just, again, like, for all of my problems with Pathfinder 2, from some of the lore decisions they made, mechanically, I really like Pathfinder 2. And you know what? I'm playing the new Stormlight Archive. So far, it's mechanically kind of interesting. How things play out, I'm not sure yet. But, like, so Sneaky, right? The way that initiative in the game works is simply that it's based on speed stat that characters and everybody else has, right?
Right.
And there's 2 kinds of turns. You can take a fast turn where you get 2 actions. And fast turns always go before slow turns. Slow turns get 3 actions. And 1 action lets, right, moving, casting a spell, taking an attack, all of those things are 1 action.
Right, yeah.
And so it's like, hey, you know what? Okay, simplify the initiative system. Still give a benefit to people who go high on dexterity or speed or whatever you choose to call it. And for bosses, they just said, yeah, bosses just get a fast turn and a slow turn. I was like, you know what? Great. None of this legendary action bullshit.
Yeah, legendary action's such a fucking joke.
Right? None of this. I think it's a good compromise because you have to do something to give a boss additional action economy versus players, right? Otherwise, they just get to beat the shit out of the boss, or you have to give the boss 7 million HP. Neither of those are good solutions, right?
Yeah.
It also takes a bunch of mental load off the player because now the players aren't sitting there going, okay, we're fighting a hag and it has legendary actions XYZ. Oh, but we're in its lair, so it has lair actions ABC. And it can do them at this point and this point. No, the boss is going to take 2 actions, and then the boss is going to take 3 actions. Great. It also helps me as a DM. Sure, bosses are going to have special little things they can do, but I'm not sitting there flipping through the DMG trying to be like, oh, okay, so the layer actions are listed on this page, and the legendary actions are listed on this page. How it's going to work, I don't know yet. I haven't gotten to a real boss in the game yet. Haven't fought one yet. But we're going to find out.
And I
so
will
far,
say,
I
possibly the most frustrating thing in existence is legendary resistance, because it's just like,
Yeah.
all right, so I've built my character around crowd controlling to help my team. Oh, by the way, the boss is immune to all of your crowd controlling attempts because they get 7 legendary resistances per turn, and they regenerate them at the end of the turn. It's like, oh.
What do I do then?
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool. Oh, well, you have to use the piddly spells to make it use up the legendary resistances. Okay. Like, because, like, listen. Right? Sneaky. You know the good old spell, Feeble Mind.
Yeah.
It's a great spell. It's a funny spell. Really funny to cast it on a caster or a wizard. Is it gonna or a dragon? Is it gonna work all the time? No, but when it does work, that's funny. Oh. Well, the DM knows that we're super high level characters and we have access to crazy good disabling spells and or crowd control spells. Hey, we hit the boss with Hex. He failed that. That's fine. He's gonna let that go through. Hey, we made him fail Feeble Mind. He's gonna pass that. Love it.
It does create a system where you have the DM playing against the players, which is what you do have to avoid.
Yeah.
Legendary actions can be used well, but they can also very easily lead to problems of mucho butthurt.
See, the problem with legendary shit isn't even that terrible. It's not that it's even that terrible. It's the fact that, like, you get like 3 legendary actions on a boss monster, and then it refreshes when it gets to their turn. And it's like, okay, so they effectively get a free turn in between everyone else's turns. They're also doing like 20d6 damage on every attack they do, and a full spell cast. And
it's also that 5th edition is absolutely dependent on a very simplified action economy.
Yeah, so bad.
Even Pathfinder 1st edition handles things like haste and celerity and other movement and action shenanigans much, much more simply. 5th edition does not handle it well in gameplay. So, like, Sneaky got it. It's the fact the boss gets a whole extra turn, usually on your turn.
Yeah, that's the thing. It gets a whole other turn on your turn. Like I said, that's why, like I said, I don't know how it's going to work, but I like what Stormlight Archives is doing right now, where they get this, right? Okay, the boss gets 5 actions. So that means it can move 5 times or it can swing 5 times. Okay, fine. My players will understand, right? Because I just told them bosses get a fast turn and a slow turn. So my players can now go, oh, okay, the boss can do 5 things. Well, that's fine because there's 4 players. We still have way more actions than the boss. And the boss isn't going to take actions on our turn, but he still gets plenty of actions to make up for the fact that there's 4 of us.
And you see, the alternative solution that fucking Orph and I were cooking up was the idea of metal versus grit, where basically metal was armor you're wearing metal is ablative HP effectively. It's formed from armor you're wearing, spell buffs, uh, environmental effects, whatever, right? Natural effects on your, you're some sort of race that has like a fucking armored shell or something, whatever, right? So that's metal, and then grit is quite literally your fortitude, your HP. And then the idea is that there isn't spells per day casting because, again, one of the big problems of every fucking game, I mean, this is the problem in Pathfinder as well, is that the boss is operating on the same spell system as the players, which is a problem unless the players get a full rest before the boss.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things where, right, it's the issue with, like, as an example, any kind of tactics RPG where the AI has a completely different set of priorities from the player because the AI has an infinite supply of worse units, and it doesn't matter if I got 7,000 mutons killed, I crippled your kernel assault. So I win.
Your A team is either dead or off the field for 3 weeks, and guess what? You passed the vital tick.
Or the very annoying thing in like games like Tabletop BattleTech, for the video game version, not the actual TTRPG, where the AI gets infinite ammo, and it's like this. How is this fair? The AI has, and it's like I understand the AI is dumb, but if I have to operate off of an ammo system, so should the AI.
Yeah, they did eventually patch in ammo limits to the AI, which is good, but it should have been there at launch.
Actually, Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. No, that's a mouthful. The AI does not have a persistent army. You do have a persistent army, and that's a big draw of the game. The problem is, though, is that on higher difficulties, the AI whose weapons, and you understand this, you're explicitly shown and told this, are very good and very dangerous at close range.
Right.
But are, less accurate, and you can put buildings between you and it. Well, they stop trying to actually protect themselves, and they will just throw 3 or 4 APCs right at you headlong into the middle of a tank column, suicide in there, and then rush you to point blank you with RPGs, even if they take 100% casualties. Which thankfully that only happens on like the 2 higher difficulties. But it's something that can feel absolutely brutally unfair, and that's
it leads to a feels bad situation, right? As an example, in BattleTech, I've watched enemies that have, right, Sneaky brought it up, I'm bringing it up, right? I've watched enemies where the mech is falling apart around them. There's like a center torso left and the legs, and they have a single medium laser, but they're like, hey, I'm just gonna do a charge attack or a death from above. It'll kill me, but it'll kill you too. Like, no, they should be using the eject system, but they won't.
And you get the feeling that the AI just isn't playing by the same rule set, and it's that sort of artificial difficulty. Like,
and that's why I was trying to work this out with Orf for the whole idea of casting, in where the whenever a spell is cast for the enemies, this is only the enemies. Normal people still use the whatever spell system he's hooking up with the whole Aether corruption shit, which is cool, by the way. If you ever get him to explain it to you, it's pretty good. But the whole idea is that the monsters and bosses and whatnot will be casting from their HP instead of spells per day or something.
Before, but I gotta call him. He's very hit or miss sometimes. He's busy.
He is busy.
That's why bosses are incentivized to only use spells when it's either really important or when they can afford the wiggle room. And that's why.
Well, it's not even that. It's also so if the boss does some big, spell attack like Dragon Breath, it's keeping the combat tight in a way that, sure, the Dragon Breath Dish did a lot of damage to you, but it secretly, behind the scenes, did a lot of damage to the boss as well. So you can still feel like, as the player, you can pull off a victory in the end.
And on top of that, it also means you don't have your enemy level 5 wizard going, haha, I spam literally every single one of my spell slots against the players in this one encounter.
Yeah.
I think that was it Neverwinter Nights 1 or 2, where the AI had a really bad habit of literally using all of their spell slots.
1.
Yeah.
It was 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it was 1 because specifically I got really frustrated and gave myself the Ring of Dragons. And what it did was it gave me all of the feats required to shapeshift into a dragon as a druid. And I would just turn into a dragon and then have enough health and damage to fight enemies on an even playing field. Because it was that stupid where it was just like enter combat, get hit by 10 bajillion max level spells, and it's like okay.
Yeah, it's like anyway, I'm getting dinner, but there are solutions. We'll see how they work.
Yeah, I got to finish my chapter 2. I want to get it up to 7K, maybe post tomorrow.
All right, well, you have good luck with that one.
Thanks. And Kaz, if you're reading DXD again, it's Redegly.
I have not been reading DXD again. I'm still at I think back where you asked me the first time.
Nah, it's cool, man.
I've just been over DXD.
No, it's cool. Our readership has dropped off pretty heavily as well. We still get a lot of people who click on it, but maybe 60% of the comments we used to. But I think a bit of that's just long-running story-itis.
Yeah.
Well, how long is your story now these days?
Oh, God, it's over 100,000 words.
I mean, that's pretty standard.
72 main chapters, I think, so far.
That would do it, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of chapters
push
people away.
I mean, if you're getting an average of 5 to 7K word chapters and you got 72 chapters, you're looking at 350K words, which is about 3 books long. Yeah.
Well, I need to pick up the pace then in actual time. A lot has happened in terms of plot, but not so much in terms of actual time progressing.
Yeah. That's always another key thing. See, that's why when I was working with Undying Scarab and Gray, I always framed everything we were doing in arcs. Like this is this arc. This what needs to be done in this arc. This is how the arc starts. This is how the arc finishes. We have to figure out how to get to the finish point. But everything about this topic needs to wrap up by this point.
You were right. 352,463 words in the main story. But we're actually finishing an arc now. The obligatory Tamamo no Me arc. With the reveal.
Yeah, you were talking about that,
yeah. Normal Fox.
Yeah.
And
how'd that go over?
We're posting that chapter tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
That's the one where I've got to finish up tonight. It's sitting at 6,900 words. Nice. I just realized that completely accidental. My bad. But hopefully, I think people are going to understand why we did that. And the extreme TLDR, the damage done by bad people often isn't just the stabby, burn. Yes, that's bad, but the damage can often also include collateral, stuff like that. But it's also us going, no, not every mythological figure that exists is going to trip and fall onto the protagonist's lap. Along with sort of giving a minor background character from the main story who went from hey, that would be interesting to include to now currently the main girl, more of a character arc, coming to terms with what she went through, accepting the reality of the masquerade being completely shattered. Also, as a side note, I forgot just how much normal people get mind controlled. Rias mind controlled Issei's parents like 4
Yes.
times.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
see,
also,
there's a reason
could
why I
understand-
say Rias is a piece of shit and a terrible character. Fight me.
The thing
I
is,
will not
Aiko was
back
a
down.
side character who got more thing later on because she's apparently now the apprentice to one of the Longinus mages, and her specialty
Mhm.
is divination. So, but that's like way further ahead after even like machine gods. So it's basically too little, too late for a regular human to do anything except be a support.
Yeah. DxD in general suffers from absolutely immense cast bloat. To the point. Discord, stop goofing. To the point. There we go. This is for you, Macadamia. Discord, why will you not let me send a link? It's the space battles. It's damn it. 1 second. Sorry about that. I think I boomered the tech. But no, it has such a cast bloat that in order to actually tell a good, meaningful story, you have to cut out 90% of the cast at any one given time. And you also have to
See,
ignore...
I'm always a big fan of cast death, where you just start cutting out the cast, literally.
Yeah, unfortunately,
I mean, that's why we told you to use your own. Like, that's why fucking months back, we told you to use your own OC character instead of the 2 friends of Issei as characters. Because even though the cast is bloated, none of them are actual characters.
Yeah, and I've actually basically completely gotten rid of those. The plans we had for that were scrapped. They get mentioned from time to time as, yes, they technically still breathe air, but also they don't do any of the things they did in canon because they have a Fed training them, air quotes. Yeah, that was actually really useful advice. There's also the simple fact that I like having characters who don't like each other. I've had a lot of fun writing Yuri. The writers absolutely hate her, or not the writers. The readers absolutely hate her. But
listen, if there's something that literally pathed my childhood, it was the Yu Yu Hakusho Kuwabara scene where he's crying at Yusuke's funeral, and ever since then, I've wanted someone who hates me with respect.
Pretty much. I like having a character that goes, yes, no, I'm genre savvy. It might be a battle harem ecchi shonen slice of life for you, young demon king. For everyone else, they are in a cultivator story and are not cultivators.
You have eyes, but you cannot see Mount Tai.
Pretty much. But yeah, no, thanks guys, and as always, I had a great time, and have a good evening. And
so yeah, hopefully we can actually get to fanfiction in the hour and a half we've been the stream's been running.
Exactly. It was all part of my plan.
Go for bingo.
To get FPJO.
Let's see here. So, we can mark off unannounced story.
You don't have that.
I don't have that. Damn. All right. Well, let's hope for some OOC garbage.
Yeah.
Percy Jackson made his trip south to a camp for demigods, hoping to find out his forgotten past. That's... Oh, boy. Hazel Levesque. Oh, why is that a real character? Ugh. Relives her past through flashbacks.
Wait, this is just the book, just with Animorph at the front of it.
Oh.
This is
That's
just the
terrible.
book, except they've put Animorph in the title.
That's not a good way to do that.
Do we get just canon from that? As a
Oh
swear?
boy. Yeah, it's probably gonna be just canon. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah.
What do you mean joined 2008 Sneaky?
Oh.
Yeah, joined 2008. Yeah. Yeah, he's our age.
Yeah. You don't have just canon either.
Gonna fucking kill myself. Author has written 87. Look at this. 2002 paint.
That spell Callan, Showdown, Bakugan, Cat to Sakura, Trials of Apollo.
Look at this 2002 One Piece Naruto fan.
Oh. Isn't one of the 7 demigods literally an Animorph? Yes. Frank Zhang, the guy in the summary of that story, of that pic, is a Animorph.
Frank can shapeshift.
Into
well, I guess
animals.
he's
Yes,
an Animorph. Yeah, I guess that is an Animorph. I have a good chance. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
So do I.
I am now posting my stories, so any of my stories that appear on this site isn't plagiarism.
This means he was posting somewhere else.
Yeah. His name's Yu-Gi-Oh! Ash. Do you think he...
Yes.
Do you think he likes Pokemon, guys?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Ash. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh.
Damn,
I just want to be clear that I do not own that spell Naruto Zalin. Wow, I couldn't imagine you don't own Naruto, Xiaolin Showdown, Pokemon, Bakugan, Cardcaptor Sakura, Inuyasha, One Piece, Percy Jackson, The Olympians, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Rave Master. I couldn't imagine you don't own any of those. That's so crazy that you're on a fanfiction website not owning any of the fiction you're posting fandom about. Wow! No way! Oh, that's crazy! Who could have seen that coming?
So.
A warning to my readers. I wasn't the best writer in the world when I started writing. And I'm still not the best. But I have made improvements compared to my old chapters. Yes, my grammar and spelling isn't best in world, but I can tell you I'm not worst. Because I know people who older than me who write in grammar and spelling skills of toddler who isn't started preschool. I'm not gonna give names. Also,
you would think that after
I
hopefully
don't like
in 7
curse
years
words.
since he last updated his profile that he got better.
I figured out how to spell grammar.
Yeah, but seeing as he joined 2008 and then he updated his profile 10 years later, I'm not going to hold my breath.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna hold my breath either. I don't like curse words. I don't like using them. I use other terms to avoid curse words. Okay, so here's this wild idea, right? Don't curse. Yeah. So, just saying, instead of saying shit, you don't say anything at all. Instead of replacing the word shit with, oh, smelly pants, right? Just don't curse. Yeah. Because I think, honestly, replacing the swear with a censored swear is more cringe than anything else you could do. Oh, fudge sticks. You sound retarded. Shut the fuck up. If you want to curse, curse. If you don't want to curse, don't curse at all. Easy. Or if you want to curse, use the old-fashioned curses, or like, you know, fucking swear on your grave and shit like that. You know? But yeah, it's just like, I fucking hate these sorts of people. Oh, I'm gonna say frack instead of fuck. Because I don't want to curse, but I want to make sure everyone knows I'm saying fuck. It's just so pathetic. I don't like alcohol, drugs, or cigarettes. I never did. I never did the drugs or drink any alcohol or smoke, chew tobacco or cigarettes. I had bad history with someone who they drink and smoke. So please, make sure to respect the fact that none of the characters I write, even if they canonically drink or smoke, will not be drinking or smoking in my story. That's really fucking cringe, mate. That's really cringe. Don't expect me to go into detail about the taste or something. No one has ever expected you to go into detail about the taste. That's also weird.
That sounds to me like he, instead of trying to smoke a cigarette, he just put it in his mouth and tried to eat it.
You know what? He might have. As I don't know anything about it other than what I know from watching others do it, but I will not describe it myself. I don't like bullying. I had a history with bullying. Yeah, I can imagine you had a history with bullying. Can't imagine why, but somehow I think I know. I read a book yesterday that was set in the distant future where the character said "fark," which makes sense with language drift. That would only make sense if you refer to sex as farting.
Yeah.
So, again, swears are words that are considered vulgar in public spaces. Like fuck. Because fuck now refers to sex. Now, fuck didn't originally refer to sex. It referred to someone who supported the crown. They were a fuck. And then it somehow got involved with sex, and now it means sex, and then everyone didn't like you saying fuck because you were talking about sex, and you didn't talk about sex in public back in the day, so it was bad to say fuck. So people used fuck as a general purpose kind of rebellion word of, I don't know how to describe this situation, so I'm just going to say fuck. Because it is going to elicit a negative reaction from everyone around me. And that's the point. Obviously shit is, I mean, do I really need to explain that one? Other, curse words would be religiously inclined, Jesus Christ, blah, 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 Lord's name in vain, all that fun stuff. They also reference sexual acts. You could also reference, various different things, right? So, fracket. I think even Warhammer's fracket is stupid. I think generally any word that tries to be fuck, but we're not going to say fuck because insert special reason here why we're not using fuck. Unless they actually have an in-universe reason. Because here's the thing, right? People also make slurs in fantasy that reference the N box. And the only reason why the slur has any value is because the author intentionally aligning the slur with the N box. And that's not actually how a slur would work, because obviously if you're in a universe where the N box doesn't exist, then you can't have a slur that relies on that existing to explain to people why it's a slur. And same thing for fuck. Unless there's some backstory as to why you're using frack now instead of fuck, which I believe there is actually for Warhammer, then it's just stupid. Even with Mando language is a separate language. It has separate swears. Like there's different swears in Arabic. There's different swears in Chinese. Now, to be fair, the swears in Arabic and Chinese are stuff like, I hope that your family suffers 10,000 curses.
Like, for all you don't want to admit it, I wish that your phone charger only works at a certain angle is a swear and a curse.
Yes, indeed. And no, it really is. And that's what other languages still rely upon, is they wish misfortune upon you. They're not just declaring, fuck! English is really good at distilling a lot of emotion into a single word. Just ask 16% of America.
Sorry, what's the word, Sneaky?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. So yeah, I mean, yes, if you're gonna say, oh, we made a new language and that's why we use FARC, I still want an explanation as to why FARC is a swear. Like with Arabic and Chinese and other languages, you still at least have the, like, you can if you can speak those languages, you can understand why it's a curse / swear, right? But like you kind of have to give me a history on FARC. Like, why is FARC a bad word? It just is, because, you know, fuck's a bad word. We don't want to use fuck, so it's FARC. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's an issue specifically with English speakers, is that they don't know how other languages handle swearing and handle cursing. So they try and just invoke the English language swears when they're not allowed to actually use the English language swears. And so you get these really stupid, generic Reddit tier, I'm cursing at you but not cursing at you, because the curses that you use in English, like, the curses you use in English, nearly all of them, have no relevance to an actual swear or curse. Like I said, only Jesus Christ, but that's not even English. That's religion. That's Christianity, Catholicism, etc. That's a religion. That's not language.
Yeah, like the closest you'll get is, I guess, fuck.
Well, I already went over fuck, but fuck was originally someone that supported the crown.
Yes.
And so it's kind of like, unlike in Chinese, like I said, is, you know, a curse in Chinese, like swearing at someone in Chinese is like, you're either telling them some sort of insult like, go be swallowed by 30 angry bears, or a plague upon your generation, or like, that's how you swear at someone in Chinese.
Yeah.
but like English doesn't have that anymore, at least. I mean, maybe they used to, but like as far as I'm aware right now, we don't have that anymore. We just have fuck, we have shit, we have pretty much that's it.
Well, I mean, okay,
The
but like
only-
that's
the
not
only word of
necessarily.
relevance would be damn.
Damn. But
It
that's again
originated
still
from- Well, no, that originated from damning someone to hell. That was a
Yeah.
legitimate curse. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
but I mean-
wishing the worst.
but that's still a
afterlife upon
religious
you that I
curse.
can.
No, okay,
Yeah.
but okay,
Outside
counterpoint.
of
still,
religion,
like,
a lot of
Counterpoint.
curse.
Motherfucker.
Sure.
That's just the truth.
Like, no, but right, Sneaky's like, some of the way that people get, I curse your family, or may you get eaten by bear, or whatever, right?
May your knees be broken by hammers.
Right, calling someone a motherfucker, right? It's implying something
Right, but
heinous about both people.
Right, but that motherfucker only works post the sexual connotations of the word fuck. Like,
yes, but language evolves. Like,
yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing there, but what I'm saying is that it's still based on the word fuck. You are still using the word fuck to imply sex, to imply that someone's having sex with their mother. And I'm saying
okay,
the problem
fine,
there
but
is
then
if you are trying to make your
stuff like
right.
calling someone an oath breaker, or
Sure, yeah, but we don't use that anymore.
Yes.
But and what I'm saying is it was brought up that in the distant future, the characters went around saying "fark." Wouldn't that be okay because of language drift? And I said no, because the problem is that "fark" is still calling upon "fuck" to the reader's knowledge as to why it's a bad word.
I see.
And
yeah,
that's lame. That's stupid. If you're just going to sit there and say all of the swear words are just different because it's the future now, and not because of an actual reason, and you're just relying on the fact that it's similar enough to a current English swear word that you're evoking the power of that swear without using that swear because you're trying to self-censor yourself in some sort of retarded fashion.
I see. Yeah.
And the reason why I even brought that up in the first place is because this guy here is like, I don't like swearing, I don't like bullying, I don't like alcohol, and I'm gonna fucking talk about how much I hate it because I had a bad childhood, and my dad smoked and drank too much and beat me a little bit. I assume that's what happened. I have a personal history with bullying, but bullying won't stop me from doing what I enjoy. Well, the bullying clearly failed then. So if you think some bad reviews are going to bully me into stopping, then I will just report you and keep on writing.
Kid, I'm giving you bad reviews because your stuff is bad.
If you can think you can get away with anonymous reviews, I will block you. If you don't like how my story is going, you should stop reading it. Don't leave me a review telling me you don't like it.
It's too bad, bitch. I will.
Yeah, I'm allowed to tell you that I dislike your stuff.
Call the review.
Yeah. Do you think, like, when someone calls a Marvel movie bad, do you think they can just go, "Oh, well, you shouldn't have watched it"?
Yeah, it's just like, how... And that's the thing, right? If I sit here and say your story is bad, your response will be, well, how do you know it's bad? You haven't even read it. If I read your story and call it bad, it's, oh, well, you shouldn't have read my story if you thought it was bad.
Well, how was I supposed to know if it was really bad or not? Maybe it could have been good. You just had a bad summary.
Well, there's also the usual... My favorite take from Sneaky, how else am I supposed to shit on it efficiently?
Yeah, true. How else am I supposed to hate your story properly if I don't know what's in it?
True.
Yeah, I will never have a fully formed opinion on Final Fantasy 13 because I will not touch any more of that game and its story.
True.
13's okay, but 13.2 is pretty dog shit.
You can
Yes,
leave.
it's not
You can
great,
take
but it's
your- you can
okay.
take-
It's mediocre.
You can take your questionably poor Final Fantasy opinion and leave.
I have played every Final Fantasy outside the MMOs, and I can tell you 13 is mediocre, but it's not horrible.
No, okay, no. My problem with 13 is the absolute and utter nonsense word vomit it throws at you in the first 5 seconds of that game.
Yes, that's fair, but it's still mediocre. If you play through the whole game, it's mediocre. I can finish 13. I can't finish 13.2 or Lightning Returns. I will tell you this much.
First 5 seconds of 13 were fine. That opening cutscene introducing Lightning was a really well done cutscene.
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
I am being somewhat facetious.
Like 13, its side quests are shit. I'll know that because it's literally just go there, fight this enemy everywhere. But it is a finishable game, unlike 13.2, where to finish the game in full, you need to do some stupid fucking randomized clock puzzles that are so fucking bad and annoying that it's not worth it.
No, hang on. How do you make a randomized clock puzzle and then make that
Because there's
integral
only
to
because it uses there's only one part to finish the clock puzzle, and every time you fail it, it re-randomizes to something new.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think I
that's
remember
not-
exactly what you're
that's
talking
some
about.
Next level, like
Yes,
what's
it is
what's
so
what I'm
bad that
looking
it is so bad.
for?
It is
what-
so bad
hostile.
that it's stuck in my mind.
flexible
And Lightning
hostile
Returns
gameplay.
literally has a time limit where you need to use a certain spell to stop the clock for 10 seconds, and you got to reapply that every single fucking time.
Wait, they brought the puzzle back?
No.
In 13.2, no, they did that in 13.2, but then Lightning Returns has literally the time limit like Majora's Mask, but you've got to basically use a spell to stop the clock for what, like a minute or 30 seconds, and you got to reapply that
Something like
every
that.
single fucking time.
It
Compared
was
to its sequels,
honestly-
13 is good. Compared to 15, 13 is good. Compared to 16, 13 is okay.
I'm going to fight you. You take
Oh,
that
wow.
back about my road trip with the boys.
The road trip with the boys is good for the first 5 chapters, and you're like, wow, when does this end? The DLC makes it better, but it's so bad.
You know,
It's really not.
I have to
Honestly,
stand with
15
Kaz on this one. That road trip game
15
was
No, 15's only
pain.
failing was not remaining a road trip. That was its only failing.
That's fair.
Nah, yeah, I'll give this. The Atin DLC is a genuinely better game than all of 13. But I do not care for any of the others. I will not care for any of the other DLC. I do not care for Prompto as a character. Ignis is okay, but it's still not great. And Gladio is like silent protagonist who's not the protagonist.
No, okay. I
Okay,
really
that's an
liked.
outright lie.
I
that
was
last
gonna
one's an outright lie.
I really enjoyed the Ignis DLC because it was just further proof of holy shit, all of the ancestors are fucking dickheads and they deserve to die.
Yeah, that's fair.
I need
But, like,
to go back and do the Arden DLC, but like my interest in the DLCs literally plummeted the moment they said, yeah, he got bored and didn't want to finish the DLCs out. It's like, you motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, oh.
Like
The
the
worst
little
part-
side scroller King's Road game, I think it's called, is better than all of 15. That's the problem.
That's such a bad take, but okay.
It's not fully a bad take, I will tell you this much. Like I enjoyed most of 12. I understand how it's compared to 10, it is way worse. But I enjoyed 12 more than 13. But even I can look at 13 and go, I'd still prefer to replay 13 over 15.
I can't.
I would. The thing is, the problem is, I would prefer to just fly around in the regalia with the radio
I'm
playing
so
in 15 than play
glad.
13. But playing 15 fully, I would just rather play 13.
No, 13 is
No.
Yes.
so much worse mechanically.
The only bad thing I find about 13 is really its AI is so bad because like it won't
No, okay.
use.
My problem with 13 is I am expected to make my party members useful when I do not have the requisite control of them to do so.
Yeah, that is fair, especially because the AI won't use a buff or debuff if the enemy or ally is equipped to it. So if you want them to use Saboteur debuffs just to damage or get the chain up, they won't if the opponent has that debuff on them. So if they won't use poison if the opponent's poison, and that is so bad. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, no, like
That's some poor programming choices on their
Yeah.
part. But
there's
I'm
so much in
so-
13 that's just like,
I'm
why
so
are
tired of
you like
people
this?
shitting. I'm so
California's
tired
on
of people shitting
fire
on Final
again.
Fantasy 15
Is it because of our trees again?
because it doesn't deserve.
Maybe.
Did they have another fire?
Yeah,
They actually have
apparently
2
it's now
fires.
4 times larger than the Palisade fire.
I'm going to be honest. Rather
Yeah,
than 13 or
California's
15, I'd
pretty
just rather
strong.
either play Strangers of Paradise or even 12 again. Zodiac Age was a decent,
Okay,
good game.
that's fine, but we're not discussing those two.
Yeah.
We're not discussing those other ones. We're discussing 13 versus 15 and why you're wrong. I'm so sick of
I'm
people
sorry, but the
shitting
characters,
on
there is more better.
FF15.
No, I'm not shitting on it. On its like, it's bad. It's as mediocre as 15, as 13. I mean, but I'd just rather play 13 because it has better characters than 15 to me.
No,
It doesn't.
Okay,
It
no.
does.
Hang on.
The only character from 13 that I will say is better than anyone out of 15 is Saz. He's the only character that gets to be fully realized from watching all the cutscenes of 13 and Lightning Returns. He's the only one that gets full development and gets to be a good character. Everyone else is written by a person stuck at the age of 14.
I would say Snow is infuriating. Vanille is annoying.
Snow and Hope is infuriating. I'll tell you this. I will tell you this.
Fang sucks. That whiny little shitbag Hope sucks. Lightning is barely tolerable.
I won't even give Lightning a pass because they clearly tried to like make her female Cloud without understanding what made Cloud such a good character. And it's awful because her okay, I will give you one concession. In terms of pure physical design, I think 13 was a lot more interesting. No, not better, more interesting. Because the cast is so much more varied than our boys in black.
Yes.
But for
definitely
writing,
design. You know what? I'll agree with that. Design-wise, they are much superior.
I will take the boys over everyone except Saz. Saz is his own place. That man is going through it and he's doing his best.
He is. I'm gonna be honest though. I could understand Vanille as someone racked with guilt. I look at that and I see it better view than what you're saying. Because yeah, she can be annoying, but she's also racked with guilt, in denial that she caused something horrible, which she did. But she's in denial because of it. And it's like, that story explores her, Fang, Saz, and Lightning good. The others, Snow and Hope, I do not care for. The villains it's okay, some of them, but a lot of them are nonsensical. But outside of Atin, a lot of 15 is just... 15 is carried, basically, by Atin and the first few chapters of the boys that go on for way too fucking... And then when they try to get serious, it's even worse.
I really don't think so. I fully disagree with that. By the way, Aura has the correct opinion about 16. Not enough kaiju fights.
True.
We needed like 2 more.
Not enough kaiju fights, but also the kaiju fights that we did have went on for way too high.
Some of them definitely went up. Like
that's how I felt about every boss fight.
Yeah, a couple of them did. Like one.
Like, the problem is, Final Fantasy no longer makes you feel like you're strong. Every boss, even in 13, feels like it takes way too long to complete.
That's the biggest thing I hated about 16 is that I felt like every time I fought a boss, I was whacking the wall for a good amount of time.
The thing is, people nowadays, game companies nowadays will make bosses so fucking tanky and sponges just to extend the gameplay, and that is not fun. And Final Fantasy is a big problem on that. Like, they haven't had good boss fights, I'd say, since fucking 10. No, because I don't play MMOs.
I will say though, in exchange,
Final Fantasy can blow it out its ass for MMOs.
For the games that at least past 13, I guess.
Or if I was you, I'd pick up not just the Pixel trilogy, but I'd even fucking pick up some of the at least 9. I'd at least pick up 9 and 7.
I know people.
Which version is 7?
Not the remakes. Those can fucking blow it out their asses.
What do you mean?
They are literally just Reddit humor in an RPG. It's so fucking bad.
Honestly, the remakes are enjoyable, but
actually,
I feel
no,
like they're really only enjoyable
if you got the 7 remake for free, like I did through the PSN fucking membership thing, play the remake, but do not pay for it. That is my advice.
Pay for it if you can get it for 30.
Nah, I got it because they were giving. There's how the PSN accounts give away 2 monthly games for free. I got 7 from that.
Okay, get the remake for 30 if you can, but don't touch it till you played the original.
Yeah.
I get the feeling I'd have a worse experience if I hadn't decided to play the original before the PC release of the remake.
Yeah.
And then I get to sit there and be like, great. What the fuck is this jackass doing with the story now?
A 7 sequel similar to 15 though, where it's like Barrett, Red 13, and Sid Highwind on a fucking road trip would be amazing.
The true remake experience everyone wanted, but he doesn't have the balls to give us.
True.
But no, I still, people are way too hard on 15, especially in comparison to 13.
Oh no, they're both shit. I prefer 13 to 15.
I think I really like what they've been doing though, going for more cinematic final bosses, because the final fight with Arden is some anime ass bullshit, and I'm all for it.
Sure.
That's fair.
Again. Yeah,
I didn't know what I was doing half the time, but it looked cool, and on a replay, it looked even cooler.
The problem is, with 15, you can go to places you're not meant to be at that level, but you can pass them by literally just doing the same fucking strategy of the phase attack, run away like a bitch, phase attack, run away, phase attack, run away, and then do like fucking 30 minutes to an hour boss fights against that.
Okay, Kaz? I'm gonna call that a skill issue, because there's nothing wrong with giving the player choices, and if the player's gonna bitch about having that many choices, that's a you problem.
No, I'm not bitching about the choices. I just missed progression.
You just did.
It's not.
They let you go into areas you shouldn't be, and you can cheese it, and you're complaining about that.
No, it's not that. It's that I'm complaining that it's going towards open world. I miss progressive stories. That's what I'm complaining about.
Oh, that's fair. FF7 was a unique experience with their open world, and I'm gonna be honest. Going through the original, that didn't translate very well because the pre-rendered backgrounds were confusing as fuck to stare at.
Yeah. So here's what I want to say. Like, I don't know how to tell you this, but Final Fantasy has been open world for fucking ever since 1, brother.
I know, but usually it opens up after a certain point in the story, but then the story in the recent ones don't make sense for it not being open world. Like 15 was, oh, you can't go this way right now, go continue on the story. And it's like, well, you've got the open world here, why can't I explore it? And then you've got dungeons that's like level 40 in those areas I can't explore. It's like, if I can have these, why can't I have the rest of the fucking world? Like, the reasons for it not being open world were stupid for 15.
I see.
But then they force you to go through the story. Like 13 was a corridor. 10 was a corridor until it opened up. It literally 13 copied 10 in that case. But 12, you could literally go anywhere. You just find level 80 enemies killing you when you tried to go there.
Yeah.
That's what I miss. Like they have the most bullshit reasons for why you can't explore those areas, rather than they just stop you from going to them at all.
I see.
Like I'd rather have the corridor that opens up to the open world than have that bullshit from 15.
I see.
Honestly, I don't know which I'd prefer because I always get upset in corridor games when it's like you can't go there. Why not? Because it's a knee-high wall.
Yeah. Like
I know
10, it was a
did that in the
corridor.
first 10 hours.
Because 10 was a
for
corridor until fucking after Zanakin 3/4 of the story. Like, yeah, you can go backwards, but once you get to a certain point, you've got the Dark Aeon stopping you from going backwards, and then you got to go through Zanakin and get to everything. But it's still seen as one of the best games ever.
But
which it is, I'll give you that much. It was a fucking amazing, great characters, great design, the progression, and even the upgrading of your characters with how both you have the simple and expert modes was great.
The reason that it's regarded as that is because you are getting guided through. Like, here's the thing, right? Generally speaking, you're not in an area long enough to go, oh, I wish I could do this thing. Like, most of the time when you're in an area, you're getting taken somewhere and it's giving you, like, right, what you requested, the sense of literal progression of, what am I doing here? Do this.
Oh, I'm getting a new summon. Oh, I'm playing this Blitzball tournament. Oh, I'm going to the next area that's going to get me a boss fight. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fair.
But, like, that's the problem. 12, you finish the tutorial, you go anywhere. 15, you finish the tutorial, you still feel like you're being guided by the tutorial because you get fucking stopped from going anywhere until you're, like, at the final chapter. Not the final chapter, that's an exaggeration.
Yeah, the second
you understand what I mean. Yeah, you understand what I mean, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, at least 13, I'd rather the corridor, because the map shows, oh, I can't go anywhere, I may as well follow the corridor. 15, oh, I shows an open map, oh, I can't go anywhere till the second to last chapter, why the fuck is it not a corridor? Like, that's my problem with 15, that it says it's an open world, and then just blatantly stops you from being an open world.
Mm-hmm. I mean...
Like, it is 13, but under a different name, and then people say it's not 13. It's stupid. Like, outside of the road trip, it is 13 corridor. And then people say, oh, 13's a corridor, 15's better. 15 was just as bad. It stopped you from going anywhere. It's just the map was more open. It showed it was more open, but you couldn't go everywhere on the fucking map. That's the problem.
I don't recall having
until
this
like chapter
problem.
8 or 9.
No, I don't recall having this problem.
No, but the thing is, past it until like chapter 8 or 9, multiple hours in, it was a fucking corridor. You got to get past like chapter 6 or 7 to open up the map.
I do not recall this problem. If I wanted to go somewhere, I had to get out the car and hoof it because the car can't go off road.
No, there was always barricades until you completed the story more to keep going as well.
That was in a couple spots, and the story was like, oh, sorry, we've got construction happening because of a fucking landslide through this one valley or something. Like,
I would say those areas did open up, but like, I hear what you're saying, but
it's not until you see the cutscene of Noctis's king. It's not until you see the cutscene of Noctis's kingdom falling that everything opens up, and that's like fucking can be 10 or more hours in. Like it's basically
chapter 2 or 3.
No, it's not. It's like chapter 6 or 7.
No, no, it's not, man.
I'm pretty sure that was pretty close in.
Yeah, no, like that's what I was trying to figure. I'm like, I'm not.
I remember that being.
If your complaint is 10 hours, FF7 original didn't open up past Midgar until the 7 to 12 hour mark, depending on how you played.
Yeah.
Really? I always got past Midgar in like 4 or 5.
No, dude. It takes way longer to get to the actual proper open world of 7.
Okay. It took me 5 hours because I was cheating, because I only wanted to experience the story of FF7, because I don't like the ATB system. I bounce the fuck off that system. It just does not click with me. But even cheating and maxing out my party stuff, it still took me like 5 hours to get out of Midgar. So, like, doing that literally cuts my time in half. So, that's a complaint that's kind of weird. Considering
I guess
FF7,
that's just me playing RPGs because I've played them for so long. I'm usually get through them a lot faster than others. Because like Midgar, even with getting through it, I got through it in like fucking 3 to 5 hours going through it just normally. And that's just because a lot of the times like I get through RPGs because I usually know where to go from shortcuts and hints from other games. Because I've spent basically
I
all
don't
my
know what to
life
tell you,
playing
but like
RPGs.
the traditional RPG experiences, that it's gonna take you a fair bit of time to get through, because you got to
I know.
get through all of Midgar.
I know.
You got to go through Shinra Tower first. You got to go through the tutorial. Midgar, Shinra Tower again. Get Aerith stabbed, and then you get to go to the open world. Like,
I mean that's when you get the high wind, but you can explore more of like you can explore like half the world before that with the seaplane. You just don't have Eris in your party. Like to me that wasn't a big deal because I didn't really use her anyways. Like it's still, I'll admit, it's better than 9 where you got to go through fucking again 3/4 of the game.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Final Fantasy's weakest aspect has consistently been its open world stuff anyway.
I think Final Fantasy's weakest asset is the fact that it wasn't a Final Fantasy.
True. I mean, anyone who played 2 probably agrees with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the fact that Square Enix has been a perfect 50-50 coin flip on quality of games the last 15 years is
15? Oh yeah, because I was gonna say throughout the whole time, 1 I'll give it a pass.
No, the last decade and a half easily.
Yeah.
Like literally starting with 13, starting with FF13, moving forward, every game Square Enix has released has been a coin flip, and how on how good of a quality is in both writing and general gameplay. The music's almost always solid.
Oh yeah, music's always solid.
Almost.
But the thing is, Final Fantasy in the last 15 years has been a coin flip between mediocre and terrible, and that's fucking shit. Fans of Final Fantasy.
Well, part of that is because the Final Fantasy games.
Don't we just call them masochists?
It's.
And it's even worse now that it's even worse for people.
It's a grade Gundam series like Wing and Seed. I put it a 5 out of 10. If they didn't have Gundam attached to them, I'd easily put those at 6 and 7. Like they're solid for mecha anime, but because I get to compare them directly to Gundam, I will grade them as Gundam.
True.
Oh boy. Oh, I just read ahead on this author profile, and we should definitely keep going.
Let's go. What is feudal era's not? I mean, it's been 2 hours and we've not read a single fanfic. We may as well.
It's been 3 hours, man.
It has shit.
It's been 3.
I've had this entire time was getting to go head to head with questionable Final Fantasy tastes.
True. Anyway, when I read a story and send a review, I try to be polite, and I won't read impolite reviews. If you point out spelling mistakes, I will ignore your review. I tried to fix those problems, and they just kept happening.
What? What do you mean you tried to fix the mistakes and they kept happening? That's when you go over it like more times.
Yeah, well, you see, because
that's what spell check is for.
Yeah, well, you see, because he tried to fix his spelling at one point, and it didn't just magically fix every word he spelled in the future, he's not going to do it anymore. So don't point it out to him. And in case you have to ask, yes, I am Christian. You think I'm joking about the author putting that in there?
No, that's the worst bit. I know you're not joking about the author putting it in there.
If I had a crossover that involves one canon, don't go thinking that canon is non-existence.
Don't go thinking canon is non-existent. Is he giving excuses to just follow canon already? In his author's profile?
Because guess what? That canon is on my fanfiction list.
Wait, I don't know. What the fuck does this mean?
Look
It
at
means
my
he's giving a
bio
reason.
page.
Decipher this.
It means he's giving a reason to follow canon, and if you complain, it's your.
No, if I have a crossover that involves one canon, don't go thinking that canon is non-existence.
The second one's.
Because it's on my fanfiction list. What the fuck does that mean? If you can't,
I can only assume he means that
if
I
you
liked
can't
the
find,
canon, like
I have no idea. If you can't find the canon on my list, then you're just not paying attention. These stories are feudal era nine-tail fox, son.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait.
What?
So, if you can't find the canon of a crossover that is in his story, just because it's not labeled, doesn't mean it's not going to occur.
Oh, no. Okay. No, so what he's saying is that he's going to write stories like AU, where Naruto is in the medieval era, and he's the son of the Kyuubi. And then he's going to write stories that are crossovers where Naruto from that story ends up in Mass Effect.
Oh,
Yeah,
so he's doing the Fairy Tail Dragon Slayer
And that
multiverse.
he doesn't want people to leave reviews saying, what the fuck is this Naruto medieval son of Kyuubi thing? Why is that's not canon for Naruto? And his response it is canon. You're just reading a sequel story.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Okay, we shouldn't need to read an entire paragraph to understand what you're saying, author.
No, we shouldn't have to reread that paragraph multiple times.
Yeah.
Oh, the worst part, my brain was starting to click on what it was. But I didn't want to voice like there's no way that's what it means. There's no fucking way.
I'm a Christian, and I'm not ashamed of being a Christian, and I'm going to put Christianity into every single one of my stories that I write.
I really wish there were a lot more people who claim to follow my religion that were ashamed, because I wouldn't look nearly as fucking stupid.
I won't make wait, hold on. But I try not to mix my beliefs into stories for readers who are part of different religion or doesn't believe in faith at all.
What? You just said you're putting it in there.
I can debate about religion, but I rather not use debate in my stories or private messages on fanfiction.net. As a writer, I am not in a position to argue against someone's fate unless my stories involves my beliefs. And as fanfiction writer, I'm in no position to include Christianity in type of story like canons where characters would believe something else.
But you just said you're putting it in everything.
If a religious holiday such as Christmas is in my stories, It's because the characters are Christian now. Also, Christianity could be included in some of the characters if some of the characters believe in it.
Sir, you're deranged.
Yes. Okay. Lastly, if you wish to adopt my story and write a better one, go for it. I somehow imagine you're not getting a lot of offers now for that, are you?
Yep.
Just to inform me you're doing so, and I'll happily read the story. Only thing is, if you think you can write a better version of Feudal Era's Nine-Tailed Fox's Son or Ninja's Imamoto Battle, you have to use the original series canon used is based off of at this point in story is no longer a rewritten version of my story, so don't inform me.
Can you tell which of these favorite of these 6?
Or read canon up to the point of the crossover begins at which should be pointed out in first chapter of crossover, and or rewrite both the canon and crossover. Just inform me what you decide to do unless it's first option. I'll give the okay to adopt my fic and rewrite my story. And when I read them, I won't be like you give bad reviewers, give mean and rude review about it. So if you want me to read your version, return the favor of my future good review by giving me a good review.
Jesus. So give me a good review so that... Give me a good review and I'll read your thing and give you a good review even if I don't like it.
Do not trade reviews. They are not a currency.
So, first off, I find it very curious how this author can boldly sit here and say that he is going to rewrite Naruto. And then also in the same breath say, if you want to rewrite my version of Naruto, you have to get permission from me first.
Mm-hmm.
That's, interesting. It's an interesting juxtaposition there of apparently you're allowed to rewrite Naruto without getting permission from Kishimoto, but you're demanding anyone who dares lay eyes upon your perfected stories needing permission from you first.
I alone am the canon arbiter.
Yes, I alone write the canon. Oh, God.
Among heaven and earth, only my story canon.
Begin Naruto theme introduction. My name is Yu-Gi-Oh! Ash. Oh, God. Unless I know you in person, I'm not going to tell you my real name. My likes are fan fiction, writing, learning, video games, cats, dogs, family learning, math learning, sleep learning, watching movies and/or TV, shoes, and reading book and/or comic and learning. And I mean lots of movies, TV shows, books, and comics. I like ones that are good. That doesn't mean I don't like those stories too.
Jesus.
I dislike bullying, online bullying, bullying of children, bullying of animals, bullying of smoking, bullying, drinking alcohol, smoking, drinking alcohol,
guys, I think he really likes
tobacco, bullying, doing drugs. I've never done drugs, but I don't like them. Hobbies, fan fiction and reading and learning. Goals for the future, make a difference in my life.
Ooh, there's a couple jokes I could make, but no, not gonna make those.
Quite abysmal dog shit, indeed. 3 bells, battles, modified info. What? Oh, so this is this is a character sheet for one of his OCs, I guess.
Jesus. Maybe I should switch to rum and change to whiskey. Get something hotter in me for these fucking.
Ninja Peace Info. That's right. He's wrote a story. It's very original. It's called Ninja Peace. His crew is called the Shinobi Pirates.
Please don't tell me this is a One Piece crossover. Oh.
It's of course it's a One Piece crossover.
What else could it possibly be?
I don't know. Pirates of the Caribbean?
Dating back to 2008.
Pirates of the Caribbean? No.
Oh yeah, you're right. My favorite series, Pirates of the Caribbean Peace. Yeah.
I meant like Naruto Pirates of the Caribbean because I've seen that fucking crossover be written before.
Yes, but how many use the word peace in their name?
Ugh. I didn't hear that. I just heard Shinobi Pirates. I was like, oh god.
Sneaky, what are you crunching on?
Chips.
Doritos.
The Souls of the Damned.
Ah, so chips. Oh no, Go Mary instead of Going Mary and the Thousand Sunny. Yeah, so it's Naruto taking over instead.
Yeah.
God.
A bone cross with a skull wearing a ninja headband. Of course. Wow. I really love how he has a full character profile, and it's empty.
Doesn't fill it in.
The whole thing is empty. It's just empty.
It's got a name and that's it.
This is crazy.
Sneaky, is there any chance I can convince you to do the OK Buddy square for this author profile?
Yes. Okay, buddy, indeed.
Damn, if it gave you cancer, then My Hero Academia would just need uncomfy age gap. Oh no, Flashbang by Words is what we need. Never mind.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen for either of those yet. No. This author is a nominal amount of cringe.
Yeah.
Nothing special.
I don't like that scroll bar on the right side. So that's the end of the author profile, huh?
Yeah, here's the Animorph quest line. Okay. He seems to only get 3 books in usually. Well, okay. Okay, so Naruto ends up in Percy Jackson and doesn't raffle stomp everyone?
That's deeply incorrect.
Yeah. Percy wakes up in the wolf house with no memory of his past besides his name.
Oh, cool.
We're
doing Roman Percy.
Yes. The name Annabeth and the sword in his hand, and he met the she-wolf Lupa and the cloud ninja Konoichi Yugito Ni. And now they make their way into Roman camp and meet Hazel and Frank and must save the camp from Bane, Neptune, and Pluto and armies and earn place among Romans.
I'm sorry, you've got a Jinchuriki, not even Naruto, but a Jinchuriki who doesn't just destroy the fucking all of Mount Olympus and can't node shot anyone. God. Did I get cut off?
No, we're just all listen. There's nothing to add because you are correct.
For most.
fucking Gara, there's not much other than the gods could do anything, and then if he transformed, a tailed beast bomb destroys Olympus.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, that's getting Gara, not fucking is it Kazekage? I was trying to say Tsunekage, but no, he just uses sand. He's not the sand shadow.
Honestly,
He is in fact the sand. He is the sand Kage.
He's indeed the sand Kage.
I bet there was a conversation at some point between him and Konkoro where Konkoro tried to convince him to change the title to that.
Yes. And then Tamari hit Konkoro and is like, no.
But yeah, no, that whole thing, stupid idea.
Yep, that was dumb. So let's see what else we got here. We got arbitrary series, arbitrary series, arbitrary series. Let's see here. We got Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. That's right. This author is one of the thousands upon thousands of authors who were like, oh my god, I'm going to write a totally original Naruto story where Naruto knows about his parents. Naruto grows up knowing his heritage and is seen by everyone as the hero's son. Naruto worked real hard, so he is more than a hero's son by becoming Hokage. That's right. He proves to everyone he isn't just the Hokage's son by also becoming the Hokage.
Hey, Sneaky.
Yeah.
Is this the same author? Or
Yeah.
did we moved to the actual,
Same author.
You and I have looked at this during a late night Dark Souls writing session, and you're like, I'm gonna go read fanfiction summaries.
You're
I'm
right,
like, that
we
sounds
did.
familiar. And then you read the summary, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's back.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, published in 2012, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, oh god. Amazing. One of the stories you read that technically spawned this weird fascination of yours of reading bad fan fiction summaries has made its way onto the podcast after 11 to 12 years.
I think it's what's more crazy is the fact that he started posting this story back in 2012 and he only has 81 favorites.
That's all he deserves. He also only has 31,000 words, and he kept updating it up through 2023.
Thank God. Thank God he didn't give more. He saved us.
Literally averaging like a chapter and a 10th every year.
Yep. So, and it's also a serious chapter too, because the latest chapter update is Team 7 learns how to walk on trees. So he's still treating this like he's an updated, like this is an updated story. Like that wasn't like a.
Look at that misspelling of suit.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, a man wearing a black suite with metal armor.
Old man wearing black suite with metal armor, headband with cloth over his head with plate on forehead, holding leaf symbol, walked up to what seemed like battlefield destroyed home toward two bodies. One body was man with yellow blonde spike hair that go down top of his shoulders, wearing blue headband, plate on same symbol as his. White cloak with red flame at the bottom, green vest over blue body, suit and armor. Other body was female, same age as first one, long red hair that goes down past back. The wearing of white shirt with black stripes and black pants. Minato Kushina, old man said, recognizing the bodies, remembering their sacrifice. What went wrong? He heard crying and rushed to what seemed like a ritual bed holding baby boy that was just a few hours old with yellow blonde hair, 6 whisker lines, as were 3 on each cheek, and on belly was tattoo like seal of swirl with circle of symbols. Right away, man recognized boy as son of Minato and Kushina. Man picked up baby boy, causing infant to open eye, revealing blue before cried again. Lord Sarutobi, a ninja wearing cloak and mask coming from old man is that? Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, Sarutobi responded. The new Jinchuriki and of the Kyuubi, and more importantly, the only son of Minato and Kushina Uzumaki. Is there anything we can do? Ninja asked. Yes. Order the others to search this area for anything we can salvage and take them to my place. I'll keep them locked up until I or Standing Hokage feel Naruto ready to inherit them. Yes, sir, Anbu responded. Also, spread word 4th Hokage is dead. I'll be stepping back in as 3rd Hokage Part 2. Sarutobi said. More importantly, spread word that son of 4th Hokage lives, and that as tonight is illegal for anyone to know truth of what happened tonight, can't tell you younger generation, with the exception of Standing Hokage Naruto, no harm done to him. Otherwise, they'll be punished for betraying Hokage and Leaf. Right, Ninja responded and disappeared. As of tonight, Naruto will be hero, if not hopefully hero's son, Sarutobi thought, looking down at baby as seal on belly slowly become invisible. AN, I know I said I would leave some parts alone, but I thought of the least make this part of the story a little longer so it can be prologue of story. This may be short, but it do. Reminder, there are those that consider Jancharakis normally live solo life of being alone.
You mean like canon?
Normal lives solo life of being alone. Ah, yes. As opposed to the solo life of living with a bunch of people. And feared because tailed beasts sealed in them could take over Janchariki's body, and Janchuriki gives in their power they don't have control of tailed beast power. Once that happen, the tail beast will attack anyone, friend or foe, cause it on that fear also turn hatred that the Janchuriki will become. If that they happens, they know tailed beast will attack village, harm innocent people. However, in this story, Naruto will be treated as hero's son by most villagers, and so that Naruto doesn't live without knowing what it likes to be Jinchuriki, there will be some who treat Naruto like normal Jinchuriki. Okay? Alright, so apparently that is not only a V2, but that is also his original work, which he said is bad. So now we're going to move to chapter 13, which he said is him as a far superior writer to what he previously used to be.
Oh boy.
It should be noted, with end of Naruto manga and Naruto Shippuden series, switching Hinata and Sakura between 7 and 8 has another purpose. With Hinata, descendant of Hamura Otosuke, Hagoro Momomo's twin brother, Naruto being reincarnation of Asura as well as descendant, and Sasuke being reincarnation of Indra as well as descent. Okay? Plus, it not like Sakura won't benefit being on Team 8. Sakura started off as a Genjutsu type before becoming medical ninja. And Kurenai is Genjutsu specialist, so I can actually do something with that little detail that Kishimoto never built on. Even though we know Kakashi can perform Genjutsu himself. I still have her train as medical ninja under Tsunade, but at least can make Sakura more useful with both Genjutsu and medical jutsu as well as her strength. Go ahead.
She only became a Genjutsu user in a movie. She was not canon using any Genjutsu.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was also hinted in, like, the early games that they didn't know what to do with her. So they're like, oh yeah, Kerr and
That's
I took an
because
interest because there are two specialist types that want the kind of chakra control that Sakura has: Genjutsu and medical.
yeah, that's why I've said that the only woman that Kishimoto ever has written well is fucking Katsuyu, the slug boss. One not even human.
I mean, Kushina was fun.
She's
also
but she didn't get enough scenes. She didn't. Yes, he either kills off the good ones or they're non-human. That's what he writes well. He doesn't write any living women well.
Yeah.
Just look what's happened to all the women in
I don't know
Boruto.
what it is, but the Kishimoto's one of those people. It's like, okay, we need you to write a dead mom. Proceeds to give one of the best characters in the series several times over. Okay, now write a living female character. Okay, no, wait, stop. I don't know what it is. His best written female characters are either dead or non-human in Naruto. That's really sad. Like Hinata would be up there if not for the initial introduction and then some of the reveals of the childhood of like the personality stops. It makes less and less sense the more that's revealed. It's like it's kind of weird.
Either way, Kakashi woke up to find himself in a roll-up bed in a spare room. Kakashi automatically guessed this was Tazuna's house. Holy shit, dude, you spent 13 years on this story and you're still not even past the bridge arc?
Well, yeah, he's got to get far enough to tuning exams that he can leave it for dead. Just like all other
He can
Naruto
finally kill this carry the story on for 2 decades only to kill it at the tuning exams as is proper.
Yeah. Don't you know, all classic Naruto stories have to die at the tuning exams. It's either that or they got a time skip straight to the fucking Shippuden era.
I think I overdid it with my Sharingan. A dark-haired woman walked up. Waking up, huh? You alright? I've been better. It'll be a week before I can remove normally. It's better if you don't move. Just lie down.
You're trying to cross the border, right? Just like me and that thief over there.
You know what? Actually, I would read a Skyrim one-shot that's just straight up just... Kakashi's like groaning, waking up like, fuck, that hurt. Hey, you were trying to cross the border, right? What the fuck is going on? Oh, God, good times. Anyway, look, Sensei's coming around. Sorry to worry you guys. Okay, so I will say at least his grammar is greatly improved. He has, however, using M dashes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. That's a lot of M dashes. That's a lot of M dashes.
M dash is usually a sign of AI, right?
Yeah.
So you're telling me he had this story for 2 decades and then he couldn't bother to finish it himself?
Oh, no.
Yes.
A decade. But yeah.
Interesting.
A temporary death state to stimulate. That should be simulate, not stimulate.
No, it's stimulate.
But, I mean, yeah, I'm just going through it here. It is... I mean, it's nothing special, you know? It's just, it moved up from literally a joke to mediocre. Blah, 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 blah. Hinata's really good at chakra control. That's pretty much all. All right, well, good for the author, I suppose. He figured out how to use AI to cover up the fact that he doesn't want to learn how to spell, so good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still not ever going to read his stories, but hey, good for him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good for him. All right, well, I think we can wrap it up there pretty safely, right, gentlemen? Yeah. No, feeling it? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
How close was anyone to bingo?
I think Macadamia was actually only 2 away with age gap and flashbang by words.
I see. Well, you know what? Come back on Tuesday, because I'm sure